Jelly Spoons, Baby Bells, Lindinians. Welcome to Friday's live right here on LindenTV. As you can tell, ladies and gents, this is going to be a grind special, folks. We promised you we'd still do the live streams occasionally for the grind right here on LTV. And today's no exception. And today, ladies and gents, we come to you live from the Milton Keynes Peace Pagoda right here on the Grind Memorial Special. Because what a week it's been, where it's been a anniversary week for two pretty large occasions, namely being the anniversary of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II from 2022, the 8th of September 2022, where the UK's longest reigning monarch finally was like, enough's enough, I give up, I give in, it's time to go. And then, of course, ladies and gents, just a couple of days later was the 24th anniversary of 9/11. A day in which over 2,000 people lost their lives completely needlessly due to terrorism in the States. And it makes you question, really, what is going wrong with the world? Because it wasn't long after that suddenly, or on the same week, you have a political activist, TikTok star, Insta star and YouTuber shot dead at one of his rallies. And also learn of the horrific killing of a Ukrainian refugee, literally just going about her everyday life, finishing work, going home, and gets brutally assassinated. Now granted, that one was not as real time as Charlie. Iryna had in fact passed away and would have been buried by the time the news broke. But like Donald Trump said, and it's very rare I actually agree with that guy, but like he said, where was the news? Where was the breaking news that happened on the US transit? What are your thoughts on German? I've not got any thoughts on German. It's a nice language. So yes, on a week where we have the anniversary of 9/11 in the States, where pretty much anyone who's old enough to remember that knows exactly where they were on that frightful day back in 2001. And then of course, the same week, the passing of Queen Elizabeth, again, where everyone knew where they were when she passed away. And of course, then we have the horrendous killing of Iryna, the Ukrainian refugee, unalived, purely for being literally in the wrong place at the wrong time. Braden, welcome back to the show, my friend. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And of course, Charlie Kirk. Now, again, whether you agree with his statement, whether you agree with his thoughts, his ideology or whatever, that is completely irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, a 31-year-old man has been shot dead at one of his rallies in front of his wife and children. Make it make sense, folks. I mean, what is going on with the United States? This is why I'm proud to be in the UK. Granted, it's still not great here, but at the same time, our rules and stuff around guns are that obviously that sort of thing doesn't happen as frequently here. You still get the occasional shooting, of course you do, but nothing like that. Mini football, hello to you. I mean, I've been following Charlie for only a couple of months, to be fair, on both Instagram and YouTube. And literally, like, to see that footage up close and personal, like it was shared on TikTok, on YouTube, on Insta, everywhere, and knowing that his family was there, like, make it make sense, guys, please, because I can't make heads or tail of it. I can't understand it, and I don't understand why nobody prevented that from happening. I mean, the guy was on a roof 250 metres away and was clearly seen by other people who were there watching that. It makes no sense. I watched him put the mic down and bang, his body falling with blood gushing out his neck. Exactly. And this is what I mean, man. And the fact of the matter is, right, what really does concern me the most is the fact, like, you see, like, horror films, you see thrillers, you see all this sort of stuff where people get shot and blood pummels out of a person the same way as it did with Charlie, and you're watching it on like a cinema or whatever, you're thinking, yeah, do you know what, these CGIs are pretty sick, like that's not going to happen in real life, surely. Then when you realise it does, you're like, oh my god, like they've actually got that completely spot on. And I get it's about morality, Paul, but at the end of the day, like, is it really the right thing to do? You know, I mean, let's face it, there's the assassination attempt on Trump not so long ago where his ear got shot. But his wife, his children were in that very audience watching, as they probably have done countless times before. And what a horrific situation to be part of. Like, and like I said, whether you agree with all of what he said, whether you agree with his ideas, whether you agree with his comments, whether you agree with his sentiment, etc., or even his political stance, is neither here or there. The main thing you need to focus on right now, folks, is the fact that a 31-year-old guy, married with children, has just been needlessly shot dead in the most callous, horrific way possible. Same as Iryna. She tries to make her way home from work at the age of 23 years old, and boom, straight off, has her throat slit, stabbed a couple of times, and literally left to die on the transit system in the US. Guys, make this make sense. Cameron, welcome back, my friend. Thank you for coming back to us. I mean, quite frankly, Paul, there's always got to be some accountability for somebody. Somebody pulled that trigger, yeah? The same as Mr. Brown quite aptly walked up to a Ukrainian refugee who's in a foreign land trying to make her life better, escaping war, and then gets unalived on the American transit system. Make that make sense. Filter Gamer, hello to you. Like, but make it make sense. A 23-year-old girl, just finished work, on her way home, murdered. In literal cold blood on the transit system going home. We are currently filming in Milton Keynes, my friend. Make it make sense that Charlie, who is doing the same rally he'd probably done countless times before, make it make sense why he was just needlessly shot dead in front of his wife and children. Like, I don't care about the political side of things. That's completely irrelevant. It's the absolute, like, it's the reality of someone or two people losing their lives in such close time proximity. It's horrendous. And at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't matter what his opinions are. It doesn't matter what his political statement was, or what his political message was. At the end of the day, a lot of what he said made sense. And I was watching a clip earlier on today, where even he recognised that the term "Make America Great Again" would literally mean handing them back to us here in the UK. I mean, quite frankly, no, you're quite welcome to stay independent. We don't want you. But for him to realise that we here in the UK are paying the most expensive bill for gas and electric than any other country in the world, that a country who once had so much industry, had so much going for it, literally now has nothing, that speaks volumes, guys. He knew exactly what made Great Britain great, why America did so well. And yeah, we gave the Americans independence, and look how much of a shit show it's been since. You know, we don't have the same gun problems as they do. David, please write to us in English, man. Dude, I completely agree with you. And at the end of the day, like, there's also a poll in the Telegraph today about whether or not you agree with the abolition, that's the word, of the royal family. And like 75% of that poll were saying no, they don't agree with it, because we're a lot safer having the royal family than we do having an elected head of state. America's living proof of that. Unfortunately, people this day and age do not think for themselves. They're taught what to think and how to feel. The whole world is a very dark and terrible place right now. It is, completely. And David, you're right. This senseless killing, the needlessness and mindlessness of just people being murdered for absolutely no reason, it needs to stop. Granted, you know, the deaths between Iryna and also Charlie were completely different. One was with a gun, one was with a knife. But it's just so needless. And it all boils down to that age-old argument of racism, which I and everybody who works or does any form of anything on this channel, we are all completely against the same thing. We do not agree with racism. There's no need for it. Why was Iryna killed? Because she was white, killed by a black man. Yeah? Why was Charlie killed? Because somebody didn't agree with his ideas and the way that he portrayed himself. We're all entitled to opinions, ladies and gents, but when they're stating fact, saying the fact that my country has the highest energy bills to any other country, how we've lost our sense of worth, we've lost our sense of grandeur, we have completely and utterly lost the ability to actually be a great country, really does say it all. I don't know how these young people woke up and shouldn't. Hang on, what? I don't know these young people. It woke up and it shouldn't have been woken up. I completely agree with you. What is the reason for this and the fallen way of life? I wouldn't say all of America is a shit show. You don't see Republicans or Conservatives out rioting and burning cars and businesses like Democrats and Liberals. I mean, this is that is a good point, you know. And David's like, I'll tell you the truth. Cool. But genuinely, it is a very worrying time, ladies and gents. You know, how do you think Iryna felt getting on the train, knowing she was going to go home? She's probably knackered after a day at work. Sits down, gets her phone out, probably messaging her friends and family saying, look, I'm on the train, I'm going home, etc, etc. And then, boom, straight away. David says, Satan is still standing at this very moment in America. I can tell you why. And Braden, we're Great Britain. We don't need a president. We have the best air force and armory. We do, but also there's one thing that keeps us all together. The fact we do not have an elected head of state. And it goes to show that reality, it doesn't work so well. We know how to act right. The left paints us the most dangerous and violent people. Meanwhile, all the mass shootings has been liberals, democratic ran states have the highest crime rates. I mean, there you go. I mean, Jacob, that's a very good point as well. You know, and if you really want to get out of this, the internet has dehumanized the human race. It's allowed everything to become normal and accepted without the fear of backlash or shame. I mean, Cameron, you say that, but look at the amount of people who get thrown in jail just because they write some hurty words on Twitter or Facebook, etc., etc. You know, you post an opinion on Facebook, and the next thing you know, kabuki, you're thrown into Facebook jail. Like, it's horrific. And David says, you're the oldest in the country. I'm not the oldest in the country, thank you very much. Gaz, welcome back, my friend. Thank you much for joining us tonight on this very special version of The Grind this evening. A show which we promised you would come back for a special now and again. And let's face it, it is horrible. It's unfortunate the world is as evil as it is. It is. And the point is, like, it feels like it's getting worse, ladies and gents. You know, you've had time over the years to see who was who on your lands. I mean, David, this is very true, but again, you've got to remember one thing. We don't have an elected head of state. We have a monarch who oversees everything, and then a prime minister who basically works underneath that person. You can't. Honestly, like, Cameron, you're not wrong, man. Like, legitimately, like I said to you, we have to think about everything we say on this channel, because one wrong word, and before you know it, you're in a lot of trouble. But you also have to report on what you see and how you see fit on specific times. So at the end of the day, Jonathan, welcome back, man. At the end of the day, we have to realise that in all reality, people being shot dead in front of their families is bang out of order. People being stabbed to death on their way home at the age of 23. I mean, 23 years old, again, is bang out of order. People being shot dead in front of their family, again, guess what? It's bang out of order. I speak to you with respect, of course, because I want us to do one. Let's bring up the mood and go for a drive or not. Not at the moment, man, no. That's the whole point of this show. Like, it is purely to be like, just remembering everything that's gone wrong, essentially, this week. I mean, it's never a fun topic to speak on. But it's also the reason why we came to this specific location right here in MK. Yum 2, yeah, I am back. We've been here for a long time. David, I appreciate you, man. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new to this channel and you understand that actually the world is becoming a very dark and scary place, remember to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and come back for more content right here on LindenTV. We'll be covering this for a long time. Max, completely true. Rest in peace, Charlie. I mean, like I said, regardless of his thought process, his idealization, or even his political, there is absolutely no reason for him to have been shot dead. They want gun control, but all shootings this year has been trans people. I owned a gun once, and I owned a gun since I was 10. Got it for my birthday and kept it in my room. Never have I wanted to use it to harm a person. I mean, this is exactly the point. And I'm not being funny. Like, don't get me wrong. We have guns in this country. Of course we do. Yeah? I mean, people in the UK do have access to weapons. But, at the same time, we don't go down like in the street and just randomly open fire on people. I mean, granted, there's always the exception to every rule, and it does happen occasionally, but it's occasionally. Like, maybe once every couple of years you'll hear about that sort of thing happening. It doesn't happen as regularly as what it does in America, and it's terrifying. It's horrific. Cameron says you're more than welcome, David. All we ask is that you keep things respectful and keep politics away from the chat. Absolutely true. You think times are bad now, just wait for the next few years. Gaz, I mean, scarily, you're not wrong. People too far divided now. Shit is about to get real. You're absolutely not wrong. This is more deeper than just, what, guns, dude. I mean, this is the problem. Unfortunately, yeah, we do have. Yeah, but we do have knives. I'm not being funny. It was proven in your country. Look at the murder of Iryna. She was stabbed to death on the train. And yeah, we have got knife crime over here. And it really annoys me that gangs of lads walk around the streets nowadays with a knife in their pocket. Like, go back to the good old days where a gang of guys would literally use their fists and bludgeon the shit out of somebody, as opposed to using a knife, because at least if they get beaten up, they stand a chance. Against a knife, you've got no chance at all. And it absolutely annoys me. I went to London and Paris, and that's the biggest thing they said to watch out for was knives and pickpockets. And it is true. It's the same as JFK. Again, you're not wrong. Assassinations just should not be tolerated. Won't be having opinions and beliefs as to why he was shot or murdered, or conspiracy theories. We're here to remember Charlie and pay respects to his loved ones, along with Iryna. Absolutely true. Thank you, Cameron. Capital punishment everywhere. Again, that could be one way to sort things out. Jacob says, thing about gun control is people who break the law and want to kill people won't care about gun laws. The gun control laws will just make it impossible for me to defend me and my family. But again, why do you need a gun to defend you and your family? There's other ways of doing stuff, right? That should be an absolutely last point. Yeah, you shouldn't be having access to firearms in your house just to willy-nilly go around shooting people. That is not the way of the world, right? You know, what the hell is wrong with you people? If you're honestly thinking that you guys think it's all right to have a gun in your house to shoot someone who might break in, that's absolutely bang out of order. Yeah, we don't want any conspiracies on here at all. Thank you very much. I'm very respectful of our veterans and no longer want to see the children of the world die in this way, like Iryna, for example, and many others in our country too, in Celtic Gaul, France. I mean, I appreciate you. In America, almost everyone you know has guns, and most people give their kids guns under their names. And this is the problem, especially when you think that, like, realistically, people are being given a gun who aren't responsible to use it, and that's all I'm saying on that matter. Like, legitimately, because it's going to cause too much issues. Are you saying you shoot someone that breaks into your house? No, Tom, I'm saying the complete opposite. That's the last thing you do. Like, someone breaks in your house, you use any force possible, but you don't pull out a firearm. It's bang out of order. Anyway, enough talk about shootings. The reality is, a 31-year-old guy was needlessly shot dead for absolutely no reason. What if you have a child? Then you protect your child and keep that child safe. You don't pull out a gun. Simple. What if the robberies use guns? Again, what, you saying two wrongs make a right, are you? Absolutely not. Like, unfortunately, and that person is a rapist. Okay, well, if they're a rapist, then you deal with that your own way. But again, you don't need to have a gun, do you? And I think a lot of you are missing the point. The fact of the matter is, what you need to take into consideration is, like, because you lot have all been brought up around guns in the USA, you've lost your sense of reality. It's that simple. Like, you know, absolutely true, thank you. I'm in the UK, mate. Right, well, that's even more disturbing if you're in the UK and you think using guns is acceptable, because you should know better. And no, that's not part of our society. David says, I greet you all here. Thank you very much for understanding. You're very welcome. I just don't think you have experience with firearms because you live in the UK or France. I definitely don't live in France. But yeah, do you know what? Because at the end of the day, why do we need to experience something? Yeah? We're very safe in this country to know that you can walk down the street and know, like, you can say something. You may say some hurty words over in Hyde Park at Speaker's Corner. You might speak your opinions, right? But at the end of the day, one thing we are not going to do is pull out a fucking gun and shoot someone, right? That's not our society. That's not how we work. That's not how we live by, right? So at the end of the day, if you guys don't like the fact that here in the UK we don't have gun laws, or don't have guns just wandering around the streets, then frankly, Well, I feel sorry for you guys. That's what I'm saying to you. Tomo, I suggest you delete that comment, mate, because that's not great. People are arrested for speech here now. This is the point. And that's a big difference, Tomo. You actually have a license for it. A lot of people don't. People are arrested for speech all over the world. And let's face it, there's been people recently who... Look at that lady who was recently released from prison just because she put a tweet up saying that she reckons, like, people should go and set fire... Well, let's go set fire to those hotels. Didn't actually go and do the crime. Just mentioned it on Twitter. Put in fucking jail. It's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, the whole point of tonight's stream was not to talk about guns, violence, anything like that. The whole point of this is to literally focus on the fact that two people were needlessly killed. Alex, hello to you. Needlessly killed for literally, what, just doing their life, yeah? Iryna, 23 years old, on her way home, stabbed for absolutely no reason at all, right? Just for literally being in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the face, literally in the face of racism, yeah? And then you have Charlie, who, again, goes about his everyday work, and unfortunately, because certain people didn't agree with the words he was saying or the way that he came across, etc., etc., literally has his life taken from him in front of his family. That is the point, folks. His family, his little children were there, and it's absolutely horrendous. And I hate it. Absolutely hate it. And it is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, Ian T, I agree with you. No, not Ian. That's disgusting, man. I'm glad you got timed out for that. That's horrible. The world is a disgusting place, my friend, and you're absolutely right, Tomo. You're absolutely spot on. No, Tom, sorry. You're spot on, man. The Iranian girl is bad. That guy was schizophrenic and needed to be locked up because he was very violent at his home. And even his mum turned around and said that realistically, he shouldn't be out in public. So why was he? You know, it was a horrendous thing to happen. She did not deserve to have what happened to her. It's horrible. Free speech is dead. Tom, you're not wrong, my friend. Literally. And when you think our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, great-great-great-grandfathers fought in World War One and Two, it is horrible to think that the life we now lead is one where there is no freedom of speech. Like, people are terrified to literally say anything nowadays in case they literally get cancelled or hated on, etc., etc. David says Charlie will remain with her forever. No others everywhere. It broke her soul to see this happen on September 11th. The worst thing is the New York Times published his death 2 days before. I mean, that's pretty horrific. To find humour in the loss of life is the lowest of the low. I completely agree with you, Cameron. Absolutely 100%. YouTube is a joke with how it censors everything. Mate, honestly, the amount of violations and copyright warnings we get on this channel is absolutely unreal. When literally, like, you could just have a snippet of a song, or you could be live streaming from a venue that's got music in the background, and the next thing you know, you're copyrighted to hell. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is horrific. It's okay to disagree with people's opinions, but it's not okay to shoot people. I completely agree with you, Alex. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much indeed. Unbroken Survival says, by the sword, amen. And David says, our censors left us messages everywhere. We absolutely must understand this. And at the end of the day, like, I'm not being funny, our grandfathers, our forefathers, and everybody else involved with, like, who fought in World War One and Two would be absolutely devastated at the world in which we are currently living in. You know, they fought for our freedom. They fought to ensure that, like, well, World War Two was supposed to be the end of all wars. Of course, that hasn't happened. And have a Ukrainian refugee literally go to a new country to try and start again, and then gets unalived by literally being in the wrong place at the wrong time is heartbreaking. Gaz, you're absolutely spot on. You are true. Our species will never learn. No, because unfortunately, we are basically like stupid. It's that simple. You know how to love us Americans. I'm serious. You suffered too. We didn't respect you in any way. We didn't respect you in any way, your administration. Oh, hello. That was weird. And Charlie was hated by a lot of people. At the same time, it doesn't make it right in any way, shape or form. Look at Ukraine and Russia, for example, a repeat of history. Absolutely true. Nothing good will come of conflict. You're absolutely true. Which is funny because he just spoke the truth. And this is the point, Tom. He did. He spoke the truth about a lot of things and people didn't like to hear it. And yes, I completely agree. There were certain conversations he had about certain communities, etc., which we're not going to divulge into now. But you'd hear him speak about them and you're going, do you know what, man? You're right. Yeah? At the end of the day, I agreed with a lot of what he said. Literally. I agreed with a lot of what he said. We're just going to sit here and watch the moon, ladies and gents. It comes up over the horizon. 13th September, make sure you're in London. Ironically, we're actually going to be at London Heathrow tomorrow, so we will actually be in London. We must defend the voice of reason. We must also have discernment to see the truth. What we need is a strong leadership, especially in this country, to do whatever we can to avoid this country going the same way as other places. Lyndon, are you British? I am indeed, yes. Tomorrow's protests in London's are a farce. I mean, I'm not being funny. Any time we have any form of protest in the capital, it's mainly done just to see how much problems you can have. Guys, we're going to be at Heathrow Airport, so we're absolutely fine. It's not going to be a problem. We're going to be at Heathrow all weekend. We will not be entering into any protest in any way, shape or form, and we'll not be going into central London like we have done previously, so do not worry about a thing. We will most definitely be staying very much at Heathrow and around the area. You've got 2 streams from Heathrow tomorrow, 2 on Sunday, if we can avoid the rain long enough to actually make that happen, and 2 also on Monday. So it's going to be a busy weekend filming from Heathrow. But yeah, Charlie Kirk did not deserve his untimely death, or to be unalived by somebody the way he was, especially in front of his family. To be fair, mate, it might have been trouble down tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. But honest, and again with Iryna, it was horrific the way that she got killed. You're a good guy. Have a good night, Tom. I appreciate you. If you want to smash the like button, hit subscribe, come back and join us again. That'd be amazing. That'd be so good. Give likes out of respect for this man, David. I appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed. Might be a few 100,000, not a few million. I mean, you never know. When it comes to London, it's crazy. I didn't like the Charlie Kirk because of some of his opinions were problematic, but I only saw YouTube shorts and stuff of him. Give respect to this man. I appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed. And yeah. But it is very likely to be a couple of 100,000 people, well, probably a couple of thousand people to be fair. The disgusting things being said though are just sickening. A lot of people are going tomorrow for the wrong reasons. Yep, because they want to try and get involved in the action and things that can like something to kick off. No one deserves to get killed for what he believes in. He's human. Again, that is very true, John. I completely agree with that one. What are the protests about tomorrow? To be fair, I don't actually know, which is why we've not actually covered anything about it, because we're trying to avoid all that sort of stuff. Twisted, protest are gay. I mean, in certain extent, I'll agree with you. Everyone shoves to the side. He still had 2 kids and a wife. Again, that is very, 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 very true. And that is the point. The fact that he was unalived in front of his wife and his children in such the most grotesque, horrible way possible, like, that's going to stick with them kids. You know, I mean, granted they're the age of 5 and 4 years old, but you can't tell me they're not going to know about it. So it all kicks off tomorrow. Future protests will be banned everywhere, and to fight against our two-tiered tyrannical government. Right to protest is already hanging by a thread. Yeah, exactly. Why are liberals so fascist and violent? Again, I don't know. Alex says, I can't respect Charlie Kirk because he said some not very nice stuff about certain people, but I don't think he deserved to die though. I mean, again, that is very true. I mean, at the end of the day, whether you choose to like someone or respect someone or whatever, like, that is your personal preference, your personal choice, etc, etc, etc. I mean, there's people in the world that don't like or respect me, but I'd like to think they're not going to come along and put a gun out and like shoot me just for saying what I say, you know. I tell you, we will not subscribe to you. Save well, my friends. Okay, well, you don't have to, David, but thank you for telling me that you won't do it. I appreciate that, thank you. It's all the government that has started it all. Again, that is potentially quite true. No one deserves to die of an opinion. Twisted, you're absolutely spot on. Should we respect people even if they think differently than ourselves? Again, that is very, very true. I'm still shocked. I can't believe they dared to do that. But again, it's the way of the world these days, and unfortunately, like, certain people seem to think that that sort of killing is completely fine. Freedom of speech is always gone because we can't talk without fear of death. That is very, very true. Cameron says, Blue, you have the right to disagree with somebody and their opinions, just like you have the right to dislike a person, but nobody has a right to take a life because of said reasons. Again, that is very, very true. Reserve says, nobody needs to die even if you hate them. I completely agree with you. And Josh says, Charlie Kirk literally never said anything bad about anyone that wasn't the truth, and even when pointing out people's moral downfalls, he always did it respectfully. Again, in certain situations, again, that is pretty true as well. And like Gaz says, no one has the right to take anyone's life. I mean, I'm not being funny. I could walk back to my car right now from here, yeah? Right here from the Peace Pagoda, right in Milton Keynes, right? I could walk back to my car, yeah? And rightly or wrongly, along the way, like, someone could jump out and just be like, I don't like you, and boom, like, stab me or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that'd be stupid too because the chances are it's likely to be on camera, but at the same time, it can happen. You are not used to, you are not used to the true love of creation. I can understand. So just take care of yourselves and your loved ones. The watchers are not far away. See you soon, dear Americans. Courage, stay united. Again, I feel for American people because, let's face it, like, it is horrible. Gaza's like not even in war, but I believe war is never the answer. Wars are bankers' wars. Again, that is very, very true. And the problem is, like, let's face it, your average decent human being, sorry, what's that, won't want to hurt the next man. Unbroken Swell says, savvy how Canada has become very similar to the UK, Australia as well, in terms of authoritarian censorship. Josh says, like, he disagreed with the trans ideology but never started any riots, never said to hurt anyone, never said they weren't humans. He just disagreed with their view but never disrespected them. Again, that is very true. Maru, welcome back. She says, Matt, lovely to see you streaming. Cameron, big hugs. Oh, that's so cute. And David, I want to give you hope again. See you soon, friends. Thank you for giving him support. It is important to help each other, especially now. And again, we should be a united world. And John, again, you're not wrong. The world has gone crazy since lockdown. And like I've said to numerous people, when they go, why are you not doing your entertainment or your comedy, etc. anymore? And it's purely because the world is not the same as it was prior to the COVID-19 lockdowns. And you know, it was literally as soon as that all came to a head and lockdown happened, etc., etc., that was when the world went incredibly woke, and every snowflake got offended by absolutely everything. As Cameron says, it's been a long time coming. Absolutely true. Alex says, I'm trans, so that's why I struggle to like or respect Charlie Kirk. But again, even though you don't like or respect someone, I'm almost certain and would love to say you would not want to see anyone dead as a result of their thoughts or opinions. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Everyone's entitled to their thoughts, their policies, etc., etc. Fuzzy, am I even showing up? Yes, you are. Hello, I can see you right there. Gaz says it was crazy before lockdown, John. Lockdown, it went even worse. Again, because we all became very, 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 very comfortable in our houses, away from society, and then as soon as we're allowed out again, we didn't know what to do. Last good decade I remember was the 90s. Again, I completely agree with you. Killer Angel says, I see you, Fuzzy. And Cameron says, if you want my honest opinion, I think children should be banned from the internet to the age of 18 or 21 in America. Again, I completely agree with you. Killer Angel, hello to you. And again, that is the problem is, it's not even the internet that children should be banned from. It's certain apps, for example. I mean, I personally think children should not be on TikTok because, in my own honest opinion, they see things on TikTok, whether it's correct, whether it's actually been researched properly, whether it's actually been processed properly, or even whether it's actually been portrayed properly. They see things on TikTok and instantly they believe that it's absolutely gospel truth. And the amount of times I hear children, like from my own family, for example, who will come up to me and be like, oh, Uncle Kent, you heard this? And I'm like, are you taking the piss? Like, are you that unsavvy to actually realise what's being said is just spreading hate and everything else? It's ridiculous. It's the internet in general. You can search anything you want and find it in an instant. And again, you are very, very true. Some teenagers can only get in contact with their friends and family members on Instagram, etc. I mean, again, that's fair enough. But actually being on the actual web, they can search what they want. Yeah, go on certain apps by all means, but just don't have access to that sort of thing. It's ridiculous. Internet companies are holding accountable for the shit they put up there. Again, that is very true. Was there any wars before lockdown? No. John, hate to break it to you, the Arab-Israeli conflict's been going on for ages. The whole thing in Palestine's been going on since, like, you know, the year 200. And may I remind you of World War I and World War II, which happened before lockdown as well. Like, just put that into consideration. Josh says to Alex, okay, but he didn't disrespect you as a person or call violence on you ever. He loved you just like Jesus loves each of us. That doesn't mean he agreed with your lifestyle though. That is a very good point. Lots of wars before lockdown, John. I mean, again, that is very true, as we just discussed. But yeah, it's just crazy. Ukraine started in 2014. Syria, Yemen, Africa. All right, guys, like, just leave that there, actually. But yeah, again, literally just goes to show, folks, the way of the world is changing. The current events over the last week has been absolutely horrendous. And Cameron says it would increase intellectual abilities within our younger generations. It would stop ideology spreading like wildfire, and would keep empathy, morality, humanity, and humility alive as well. I mean, unfortunately, Cameron, humanity or humanitarianism, humility, etc., etc., has been a thing that's been dead for quite a long time, which is really, 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 really upsetting. Killer Angel says Charlie was the son of God. All have our opinions. That doesn't mean a death sentence. Again, that's very, very true. And the fact he was killed in such a horrific way is absolutely outrageous. Alex says, I'm not a religious person, and my lifestyle, I'm true self. But anyways, moving on. Okay. War started on the 8th. on Gaza, Russia war was after lockdown. I'm pretty sure the Russian war started before lockdown. I'm almost certain of that one, to be fair. We all got played out, dude. I hate this whole fucking slavery of freedom. We need a turning point. Hope we all see real change now. I feel like Charlie's death impacted a lot of people to the way of the truth. And it's not even that, it's even poor Iryna, okay? And let's face it, like, she was fleeing genuine violence and war in her country, goes to the United States, where she expected to have a very safe and, well, hopefully enjoyable life moving forward, and gets unalived just from simply being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And literally nobody was really aware what was going on to begin with. The thing that I find most sickening is the fact that when that news story broke this week, she'd already been buried. Her funeral had already happened, and then suddenly out of nowhere, boom. Right? That's not right. Why was there literally nowhere of her no mention anywhere on mainstream media, on any news coverage or anything, as Donald Trump said? Like, why was this not covered in the media, and why has it just suddenly come out from now? And it's absolutely fucking disgusting. Charlie loved his South Park episode. He was laughing along with it and using their same jokes. Exactly, there you go then. Russia war started 2.5 years ago. No, it did not. It started long before that. So please, I strongly recommend you go back and check that out. 2 years ago when it became mainstream. But yeah, it has actually broken out long before that. Unbroken Survival says, break over, back to work. I subbed and clicked thumbs up for you. I appreciate you, Unbroken Survival. Hopefully see you again very, very soon. Fuzzy Math says hi. But literally, folks, like, the world has changed, and like I said, whether you agreed with the stuff with Charlie or not, whether you thought it was the right thing to happen or not, is completely irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, he leaves behind 2 young children and a wife. Yeah, she's got to live with knowing what happened in front of her and her family for the rest of her life. That is horrendous. They invaded Ukraine 2.5 years ago. Fact. I hate to break it to you, no they didn't. But as Cameron says, okay, Big John, ignorance is bliss. Stop listening to mainstream media, John. Do your research, buddy, and open your eyes. Completely true. Well done, guys. What is considered Russian war, though? I mean, let's face it. They literally invaded the Ukraine, like, back in 2014. That's when it all started hyping up and getting mounted up, etc, etc. Then by 2017, that's when things really did start to take a nasty turn. And yeah, as everyone rightly said, before lockdown is when that Russian war started. And we know that anyway here in the UK, because ridiculously, all of our prices and everything started going rocketing through the roof from 2019 onwards. And by 2021, that's when things really did hit this shit, and boom. Not from mainstream bullshit media like you. Yeah, so there we go. But let's not talk about the whole Russian Ukrainian stuff. At the end of the day, like I'm saying, a 23-year-old girl was needlessly killed through no fault of her own, just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time, just by simply being on a train, right, on her way home from work. Oh look, there's the bus that just crashed into my car, you absolute arsehole. Wait, I want your insurance details. But literally, she was killed just from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I do not believe that is fair. And it's a nasty situation and a nasty place for her family and anyone who knew her to have had to go through that horrendous situation, have her buried, and then out of nowhere, literally, straight away, there it is, all over the internet, for them to have to go through and watch the horrific passing of their daughter, their friend, niece, granddaughter, whatever the relationship they were to her, was absolutely horrific. Alex says, I didn't agree with Charlie's opinions on trans people, but I still didn't think he deserved to be shot. Exactly true. Fuzzy Math says, 2014, didn't realise. I mean, we do have really stupid media, and I hadn't realised how stupid it was until 2.5 years ago. Lol. And the problem is, like, if you're in the UK, then the BBC is absolutely, like, full of propaganda, being the national broadcaster. So they only have literally one style of reporting, and that is literally just it. Cameron says it said he had schizophrenia and didn't know what he was doing, but there's a video of him out there saying, I got that white girl, she called me in, which shows he knew what he was doing. Yeah, thankfully I managed to stop myself just in case. He lied about it in order to try and justify. Absolutely correct. Media is a big corp greed, and diversion is what's really going on. And that's also why, ladies and gents, when I was cancelled from ITV, just literally, again, speaking the truth, which is all this channel has ever been about, but ever since speaking the truth, way back when, before I was even a YouTuber myself, and then consequently got cancelled by ITV, it was literally a case of, do you know what, it is time for people to know the truth of these so-called broadcasting giants who just like to spread shit and cover up so much wrongdoing. Killer Angel says, from the camera footage that guy wasn't going to kill her. He was already going to do it. She unfortunately sat in front of him. He saw the opportunity and took it. Mainstream media that doesn't always report everything, or they spread misinformation. It's not so much misinformation, they only literally do it in one style, and like I said, they're very hot on propaganda, so they only ever take one viewpoint and one viewpoint only. I hadn't realised I was falling for media until 2.5 years ago. I'm in my 60s. Oh wow. TLG says, I'm 48, didn't wake up to how media is until 10 years ago. Don't watch TV anymore. Don't worry, Alex, it's cool. Keep your eyes open, people, and begin thinking for yourself instead of listening to what is forcibly being fed to you. And again, Cameron's spot on. Like I said to you, like, I was working for ITV as a contractor, okay? At the time of my cancellation, there was so much stuff behind the scenes, and I shit you not, when I was put into my meeting, they pulled out these humongous files and literally showed me, like, the 7 NDAs which I had signed at the start of my commencement of work 2.5 years prior with ITV. Now you might think an NDA is just like a 1 or 2 page document. No. The NDAs that I had to sign for ITV were in excess of between 12 to 14 pages each, right? And there were 7 of them. So realistically, there was well over 90 pages of paperwork that I had to sign after reading through, and I had to read every page, and they watched over you as you read it before you're allowed to sign it. And the amount of stuff they cover up because of those NDAs is absolutely horrific, okay? And it is worrying, it is terrifying, and that is why news stories like poor Iryna literally get fed underneath the carpet, etc, etc, because they don't follow the normal narrative. Yeah, it was a black guy attacking a white woman, right? Not a white person attacking a black person, because you know damn well that would have got the news, that would have got straight on the front pages of the paper. But because it was a refugee girl, horrific, absolutely horrific. It's really not great. 37 views, jump in the chat and let us know what you all think. Absolutely true. Thank you, Cameron. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Again, I appreciate you, Cameron Davies. Thank you very much indeed, my #1 good lad. Paul says, open up, don't ignore me. What are you chatting about, man? But yeah, literally, what has happened in the States recently is horrific, right? I feel for our American cousins. Like, it's not a great place to be right now. And honestly, it is horrific to know the sort of things you guys have to live with, or the fear you guys live with on a daily basis. And it is not great in any way, shape or form. So, we have been live, ladies and gentlemen, for the last almost an hour. It is currently 9:30 on the 13th, no, the 12th, sorry, the 12th of September 2025. We are live across the UK and the world, and obviously remembering, I open up the country? Absolutely not. If anything, we need to close it up more. We need to close our borders, not open them to every Tom, Dick and Harry. That's an absolutely ridiculous thing to say. Killer Angel says, fuzzy, yeah, it's creepy, and also why I never go out anymore. I'm terrified. No, if anything, we need to be closing this country down, not opening up more for more and more people just coming willy-nilly. Absolutely no way. That posh accent, trust me, I've not got a posh accent, is making me feel like you are holding the phone with a fork and a knife. I have not got a posh accent. If anything, this is probably the most common accent you're likely to hear. So, I'm from London. In any way, shape or form, I can assure you. I was thinking that, yeah, exactly true. I thought I wasn't as widespread and ingrained, but this hatred of white people is huge and propagated by K through 12 education. Okay, I mean, the worrying thing is nowadays, like, unfortunately, especially in the UK, the amount of migrants we have crossing the channel on a daily basis or monthly basis is absolutely shocking. And the weirdest thing is, they're allowed to stay here. Whereas, if we go to another country, it is really, really, really not possible for us to outstay our welcome or even turn up without the right documentation, etc. So it's not great in any way, shape or form. Know what you know into working with the media. I mean, I could do an entire series about the stuff that I know from working in media, the stuff I know about being in both Television Centre in London or Media City in Manchester, and there's probably a lot of stuff that I could expose. Except if I did that, I would also then have to find probably a good £2 or £3 million to sue me for a court case, and I'm not prepared to do that. So Fuzzy Mouse says, I love your accent, thank you very much indeed. Killer Angel, sorry lot ain't posh, but I get it. I mean, to be fair, I was brought up in Surrey. Like, I went to school in Farnham, for God's sake, which apparently is supposed to be like the posh bloody market town of Surrey. But the reality is, I moved to Fulham at the age of like 17, and yeah, things just went very south from then on, to be fair. Gaz says he can't say too much on a live. Exactly, that is very true. Your secret is safe with you. I mean, it'll be safe with me as well, I'm not going to lie to you. My opinion, the slave trade and BLM movement has allowed the whites to be racially discriminated. That is, again, very, very true. Paul, I'm not going to go into too much information about what happened in mainstream media, because, again, I'd have to find myself millions and millions of pounds in probably liable charges, etc., etc., which is why the video regarding my sacking and cancellation of my TV, part of it was muted due to the fact that if I revealed too much information, I would not be here now, because I'd probably be in prison for libel charges. So again, there we go. Fuzzy Maps, Gaz says again that's down to divide, Cameron, and again, people like to divide us. It's all very, very true. Thank you very much indeed, Gaz. Fuzzy Maps was in London back in the early 90s, and I'm so saddened by what is happening there now. It's just horrible. People United are bad for business, and the fact of the matter is, guys, what you need to remember as well, right? The more that they're trying to cause discrimination or hatred or issues amongst like certain communities, there's only one way this can go, and before long, will there be a civil war? most likely. And again, Cameron, spot on the money. Unfortunately, it seems nothing is good for business anymore, and this is very true. You know, and even if it is, let's face it, who can afford to go spending businesses anyway, because we don't have that much money anymore for anything. Brings us on nicely to the whole ID, the digital IDs apparently coming in, whereby, you know, if you travel too far, if you do 20 different things throughout the month and this sort of stuff, like, you will no longer have access to your own money, etc, etc, etc. These digital IDs that are supposedly coming in are going to be a horrific way for the government to literally do everything they can to try and prevent everything going wrong, or prevent us doing anything in our own country. And we are going to end up being a very, 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 very sorry state. And I'm praying that never comes into fruition, because it's going to be horrific. However, again, this completely digresses away from the reason why we're here tonight and remembering Iryna and Charlie Kirk, who two people needlessly killed in the most horrific ways possible currently in America. Is absolutely horrible. Do not like it in any way, shape or form. Civil unrest is the first warning of sign of civil war, and civil unrest is happening all over the world right now, not just Britain. It's going to get nasty. It is going to get very, very nasty very, very quickly. You know, you guys all know that anyway. Shut up, Pratt, with your bollocks. Phil, don't like it? Fuck off. Fuzzy Math says, oh yeah, and the insane new law censoring you. Shoot, dang, sorry, really hope can be repealed, and understand why I can't read out loud. I mean, no, we can read out loud, it's not a problem, do not worry. What are you talking about? I fell asleep. Oh, cheers, Braden, appreciate one. Unfortunately, I won't be going to support tomorrow, but will you be there, and will you be live? We will not be live in London tomorrow for the immigration protests, no, but we will be live from London Heathrow, doing a complete weekend live from Heathrow. So that will be a lot more enjoyable and probably a hell of a lot safer. Braden says, I fell asleep watching this, you cheeky fucker. Gaz says, see you later, Phil. Take your bollocks with you. Yeah, I'm not being funny. Probably not got his own bollocks, just trying to use mine. But there you go, regardless. But no, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I've been remembering Charlie Kirk and Iryna on this live stream. Didn't quite go the same way as I expected it to. And the conversation did not quite take the same level of, or direction, as I was expecting either. But that is why it's always great to do live streams about these sort of situations, because you guys come up with a lot of different stuff. Phil, piss off, you East End mug. I mean, I quite like the East End of London, Braden, but thank you, buddy. I can't look forward to my birthday with everything that's going on in this country. Alex, of course you can. Like, this is the problem. This is the thing I'll say to everyone, right? The more people who try and act scared or refuse to do certain things or go to certain places just on the off chance that something bad might happen, is the legit reason why the constituencies, the government and the establishment are going to end up winning, right? And that's not what you need. You need to stand up defiant against these people, still go and do the same things as normal, still go out and be yourself, do your things your way, carry on as normal, and guess what? Literally just give a metaphorical 2 fucking fingers to anybody that doesn't follow the same thing as you, because otherwise it's going to be absolutely horrendous. As Gaz just turned around and said, crack on and don't let anything spoil your birthday. Absolutely true. Killer Angel says we celebrate your birth. And Braden, for example, pricks like Phil. Profile, exactly. Cameron is saying defiance. My birthday is on Monday, by the way, everyone. Right, just got Monday Fun Day. We'll be having a happy birthday special for you. Absolutely, straight away. Defiance, no more. Defiance, no more tolerance. Exactly the truth. That is the adenoids talking. What's that behind you? I don't know, because you're looking in front of me. But yeah, happy birthday for Monday, Alex. Obviously 110%. Because obviously we want you to be as happy as possible. But again, do not let the bastards win. Be defiant. Just carry on being you. I mean, let's face it. It's like whatever time of night, and we are just out and about enjoying ourselves, not letting no one win. I'm not going to let no one dictate to me what I can and can't do. Fuck right off. Not going to happen. So, I'm glad to see Heathrow at least. I'll be glad to see Heathrow at least. But when I heard Mohammed was #1 baby name in England, it blew my mind. I mean, I'm not going to pass comment on that. I'm going to love tomorrow then. Heathrow and Arsenal. Yes, boy. Can't wait for the stream. Dude, you've got 2 to look forward to tomorrow. Big one, probably around midday to about 3. And then the second one from about 6 until about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. Either from the Thistle Hotel, depending on what operations have been run from Heathrow Airport tomorrow, either be 09 Ops or the usual spot at the end of runway 27, where we also saw the lovely Jerry from Big Jet TV not so long ago. Paul says, why can't you tell the truth about into your contract with the media when you're working with them? You're hiding a lot. Do you know why I can't go into a lot of stuff, Paul? Because if I did, then that would mean yet again that I've broken even more of my NDAs, even though I no longer work for them. I am not prepared to divulge situations which are going to put me into probably in front of a court of human rights, or also put me in front of the High Court anyway, because I've been in breach yet again of my non-disclosure agreements. And there's non-disclosure agreements in place for a reason. That means there's certain things you do not talk about, and why I was happy to leave it alone and come and do YouTube instead. I've been listening to the Rage Against the Machines all day, and their lyrics have never rang more true than today's day and age. Again, you are very true. Alex says, thanks TLG. Braden, he's at Heathrow all weekend. I am indeed. By the way, it's my 21st birthday. We know, Alex, happy 21st, my man. You're literally coming of age. Fuzzy Mohammed has been the top name for 2 years running. That is very true as well. Gas is like, hey, 2011 Arsenal will never beat Heathrow. That's a bit cheeky. And then goes Heathrow all the way. On my birthday, 27th of July, my kid ended up in hospital from a dog attack. Oh my god. But we still celebrated my birthday. Thanks to the nurses bringing us a cupcake and a fake can. Well, that was cute. Hopefully we'll see a cheeky 747 tomorrow. I mean, that could be quite interesting, couldn't it? Ken's might catch Trump leaving London sometime over the weekend. I mean, I hope not, because it will smell like shit, wouldn't it? Catch a Trump? Yeah, okay. Anyway, not against Mohammed per se. Sorry, just means the hatred in your streets might be true. I still don't know. I mean, there's not really that much, to be fair. Only a bit of banter, Ken. You know what I'm like. I do indeed. Right. Paul says, why human rights don't come into it? Happy birthday. Also, that's what they said about Jimmy Savile. I'm not even prepared to talk about that. Like, literally, Paul, I don't care how much you try and dig into stuff, yeah? I am not prepared to divulge into all of the ins and outs as to what actually happened behind the scenes at ITV, okay? I'm not going to divulge it. I have already been cancelled from ITV as a result of me already sharing too much stuff 2 and a bit years ago. I am not prepared to go into it now. I will not go into it. And as a result, I really appreciate it. Please keep suffering. BLM riots here was very hateful. I mean, again, that's just gonna happen. Paul, why not? I'll just told you why not. Because it will not take long for ITV to like, oh, our contractor's talking about his time with us again. He's revealing all the stuff that happened behind the scenes, the conversations and all the stuff that was obviously spoken about in green rooms. planning meetings, briefing rooms, etc., or production meetings. And guess what? Yet again, I'll be hauled up in front of a flipping meeting. No, thank you. It's not going to happen. So, Paul, kindly shut up. Yeah. But no, honestly, Alex, the happiest 21st birthday for Monday. Obviously, we'll speak to you before that anyway. Braden says, did you just put a post up, Kenzie? You just notified me. I mean, mate, how would I do that at the same time as being on a live stream, dude? Paul, I am still very much subject to non-disclosure agreements. I may not have a contract of employment anymore. I may not have a contract to be a contractor anymore. I may not have the authority to walk into a studio anymore. But guess what? I'm still very much subjected to non-disclosure agreements. The clue's in the title. Non, as in no. Disclosure, as in no information. Agreement. Therefore, I have agreed not to pass on certain information. I learnt my lesson last time. Kindly shut up, carry on talking about it. You'll be timed out permanently. Get a grip. Sorry, guys. YouTube suffers days of lag at times. I mean, no, to be fair, Cameron put that post up on my behalf as we're on our way here. So, there you go. Cameron, Dylan's still doing good, Maru. He's just, I've spoken to him quite a lot recently. Especially on our group chat. So, Jonathan, where are you? We're in Milton Keynes, my friend. I put Paul out for 5 minutes. I'm not being funny, mate. I left him out permanently, but there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure, Maru. I haven't heard of him in a while either. Cameron, he was literally talking to us on our group chat yesterday. Literally yesterday. And to be fair, he did send a message earlier on, like, directly, just being like, hey, how you? So he's good. I think he's working though, to be fair. Dude is running away from civilization. I'm really not, but okay then. Alex, I'll never ignore you, man, you know that. Paul was at it for a good 10 minutes, so a 5-minute timeout is warranted. I'm not being funny, I'd have put him out. I'd have literally put him on the fucking timeout permanently because he's starting to annoy me. If people cannot understand what the words non-disclosure agreement mean, whether or not you're still working in that corporation or not, you start revealing too much information. All it takes is somebody like him, for example, to then take a snippet of that conversation, post it off to that person, and guess what? Before you know it, you're hauled up straight in front of a court for libel reasons and being like, yo, you were discussing X, Y, and Z. You're being sued your arse off, usually to the tune of about £200,000 to £300,000, and yeah, then you're in a serious amount of trouble, and I am not prepared to do that. It's fine when he comes back. He better say something different to say, or you can yeah, absolutely. Cameron loves his strawberries. You did right, Cameron. People need to respect Kenzie's request if asked to leave a topic. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it's not even the case of that, right? I'll just have to look out for my own, like, I suppose safety is the wrong word, but my own freedom, you know, because if I say too much, I'm in a lot of trouble. I didn't understand Paul. Hang on, what? I didn't understand how Paul don't understand that you really can't say anything about it. Well, this is the point. I mean, yeah, like I said, I could probably do a whole series as to what happened behind the scenes of ITV. But the reality of the situation is, by doing that, it would still be incredibly vague. I mean, I could potentially walk you all around fucking Media City and be like, yo, this is where this happens, this is where this happens, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, I can't go into too much information. I cannot go into the absolute ins and outs of everything that happened behind the scenes at ITV. Why? Because I did sign 7 non-disclosure agreements. And like I said, they were between 11 and 12 pages a piece. They were very long documents to have to go through. So as a result, I am not prepared to do anything which can then pull me straight back in front of possibly one of the biggest independent establishments in the country. Not happening. Lauren, how you doing? Killer Angel, got a lot of Jesuses here in California. Pretty cool. Nice one. Um, Cameron says it was Braden that timed him out, Gaz, but I did ask Paul to respect Kenzie's privacy. You did indeed. But yeah, Braden did right. Absolutely true. Gaz says I need to start wearing my glasses for my phone. Cute. All right, Gaz. I'm sure I'll be sure to beat Braden to it next time for you. I'm supposed to wear glasses as well, guys, but I just refuse not to. However, Cameron, you absolute legend, would you like to dip onto studio and give us a little rundown, please, fella? I love that though. Braden is literally like, you're on, lad. It's almost like you're both sat there, like literally clicking your fingers, waiting to see if and when that guy comes back, and if he does, who's going to get to press that very exciting block button first. Oh, hello. That's jumped up a little bit, isn't it? Very nice. 1,128. Wow. Cheers, Cameron. I appreciate you, fella. That's gone up a lot, you know. That's gone up 13. Jesus. We're on 1,115 at the start of this stream, which is crazy. But yeah, so ladies and gents, what is coming up in the next couple of days right here on LindenTV? Quite a lot, to be fair. Yeah, non-disclosure is no joke in the US as well. Hard to deal with, but gotta be smart. Absolutely true. 37 of my friends are subs. Braden, you absolute legend. Do you want to go and get another 37 friends and get them to subscribe as well? And like members of your family or whatever. Like your mum, your dad, your nan, your granddad, like auntie, uncle, I don't know, godparent or whatever. Brother, sister, whatever. Oh, that's not very nice. My only friends. Bless ya. Yeah, Fuzzy, it's cool to meet someone called Jesus, or even as a middle name. Here in the UK, I'm 39 and never met anyone with that name here. Would love one day to come to the USA again. Afraid to go anywhere? No, don't be afraid to go anywhere. 37 friends? I think I only have about 5, and one of them is talking to you right now, Cameron. I'm still trying. Good lad, go on. Oh, Paul, I understand that, but this is where a lot of people have been hurt by the media, where guys haven't spoke up. I'm sorry for this, guys. And you are a legend too, dude. I have a wife and no friends. 0, as soon as you get a wife, trust me, you get no friends anyway. It's okay, Cameron, you are my boy as well. Yes, 0, that's usually how it goes with the wife, exactly. I do have friends, but all of them is online though. Well, that's cool, Blue. Just tell them, yo, go and subscribe to my boy on LindenTV on YouTube. And they were like, yes, Alex, you absolute legend. Obviously, Cameron, you know you're my number 1. So always a pleasure, never a chore. Shall we go? Should we walk right now up to the stage? How much battery we got? 62%. Ooh, maybe not. Nah. I'll actually want a drink and a donut, so fuck it. And then you guys can see the damage to my car caused by a fucking Arriva bus bastard. I've got 200-ish people following me. Bloody hell, that's a stalker problem, isn't it? I think they're innocent people who scroll the short video and click to subscribe by accident. Well done though, 1,128 people with good taste. Maru, I appreciate you, honey. Like, thank you very much indeed. And hopefully that's only going to grow over the weekend, as we have found out anything to do with aviation, whether it be from Heathrow or Gatwick, it does seem to grow crazily. Of course, we're not going to Gatwick again because that was ridiculous and mental and too far away. But we will be going to Heathrow tomorrow morning. And I say 2 live streams tomorrow, 2 on Sunday, and 2 on Monday. We're going to be camping it out in the LTV Mobile for the weekend of fun from Heathrow. Some of my online friends are not in the UK. That doesn't matter, mate. YouTube's all over the world. It's all good. She posts content about divorce, my friend. Oh, the bus was injured. I don't know if the bus was injured or not, but it certainly fucking damaged my fucking car, the bastard. London is red, Killer Angel. Okay. Do you know why it's red? Arsenal. Killer Angel, that's fine. We don't discriminate here. I'm LFC. LIVERP. Double OL Liverpool FC. Look at all these boat people. Look. Hello. Hello, Jackie. There's a man there, actually. I just fucking shone the torch straight through his fucking window. That's embarrassing. Don't bother, Cameron. I am the most random person. I found a baby toad and I made a video of it. Oh, I want to come watch that now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go come and subscribe later on. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be cool. Glad I found your channel. Thanks to the chat during lunch. P.S. Jesus is pronounced in the Spanish dialect. Oh yes, Jesus. But still got quite a few. I mean, to be fair, my ex-girlfriend actually started dating a black guy called Jesus many years ago, and she messaged me one day. She was like, I've not slept with him yet because I'm too scared to, but she goes, you know, when we do the deed, did he have black seeds? And I was like, you stupid bitch. Like, fuck off, leave me alone, go away, do not talk to me. But yeah, very interesting. Yeah, my kind of content, Maru. I love animals, so I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, so do I. Hello, Jim. You realise it's Friday night dinner? Yes. Hello. Hello, Jackie. You look nice. Oh, Wilson. Oh, Wilson. And she's like, Wilson. The flag has red, white and blue. That is very true. You discriminated against a bus. That's not fun. I didn't actually. The bus hit me, but alright then, treacle, whatever. But I've literally got photos of me holding toads and frogs and that I found on my Snapchat. I've got to see them. Just found you, Linden, but I've felt very comfortable talking here. Thank you to you and your friends. You're very welcome, Co-Ranger. It's been an absolute pleasure. Paul, keep things away from my TV now. Appreciate you. I normally lurk. Now, fair play to you. Hello, Pussface. Hello, Pissface. Oh, but yeah, so ladies and gents, that's the damage to my car caused by a fucking bus. Look, nice big crack there, bit of paint there, nice crack on my bumper there, scuff of paint there, crack all the way through there. So 20 quid, new right like stuff because that's like flapping. Look. But yeah. Enough Friday night dinner talk. Absolutely. Killer Angel, we just ask you keep things respectful and away from politics. So far you've done a brilliant job. She has indeed. Absolutely. Lurking, I must be careful. Paul, if you carry on being a weirdo, mate, we are going to literally just blank you from this channel because you're being a bit dodgy, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And you're actually starting to annoy me, and it's very hard to annoy me, as Cameron will tell you. There's not much that does annoy me. R.I.P. Paul Ritter and the Gran. Forgot her name, but God bless them. Yeah. So, Alex is like, what I like about everyone is allowed to agree, allowed to disagree with each other, and have a calm conversation. Absolutely. This is the point. There's no point being shit about stuff. You know what I'm saying? The bus paint is red, white, and blue. Keep your scares. About my yeah, exactly. Yeah, lunch here in Northern California. Lol, stupid dang buses. I know, man. It's only 20 quid though to get anyone. That's fine. Should I kick him? Not yet. From the West Coast, Fuzzy. Very nice. Or you and Cameron Strawberry. Not yet. I need to tell the truth. Never had a voice. No hate, just love. Absolutely. And this is the point. And at the end of the day, like, I know I turn around and say, like, it's really shit the American people have to live with, like, different shit. But at the same time, it is really crap that you guys have to go through so much shit on a daily basis. But we are here for you. Like, we will respect you. We will love you. And try and help you guys through these shit times. There he is. Hello. My dream is a 3-month road trip along the west coast of America. I mean, it could happen. Just remember, we've got an LTV holiday. Very likely to happen next year as things continue, which is awesome. Fuzzy math. I could read and think it's fuzzy meth. Thanks, Cameron. What a fun long lunch. Haha, very long. Maru says, I want a tent in the roof of the car and go camping in the moors and do some stargazing. That sounds fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. New viewers, all you lurkers, jump in the chat and join in the conversation. Absolutely true. Thank you very much indeed. We're all here to have some fun. We are indeed. I hear the ladies rushing to Milton Keynes. I don't know why. They'll be wasting their time because, quite frankly, I'll be like, sorry, you got the wrong PJs. But there we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, across the UK and the world right now. Live from Milton Keynes. It is currently 10:05 on the 12th of September 2025. Now they're on their way. They're on their way to me. I mean, you're not in Milton Keynes though, Cameron. Look. Pack of donuts, 4 of them for £1. Love it. Yeah, great. Cameron, you're not in Milton Keynes, bro. You're in a foreign country. It is a nice donut, isn't it? And look, I got more. Yeah, 9 donuts for £1. I'm subscribed. I love this. Killer Angel, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate you. Yeah, so running to Wales, not MK. I mean, Cameron, you wish, love. Like, they'd never find you though, because the valleys are that big. One Punk Man tour in the 90s. Favourite was London. Cool. Cameron, the Welsh Sleeping Beauty. He's also Cameron, the smartest moderator. He's also Cameron, the sexiest man in Wales. So there we go. Yeah, you are sexy. You're the sexiest man in Wales. I'm not disputing that for a second. Right? You are a very sexy, good looking. I turned around and said to you, I was like, you're Daniel Craig, whereas I'm more Nicolas Cage. You know? So, David Hardy. Hi, honey. My old girl's from Merthyr. Ah, Merthyr Tydfil. Yeah, see? So why wouldn't the women be running here to Wales for me then? Because it takes long to find you, man. That's why. Merthyr's about 15 minutes away from me. Oh, cute. Jason, good, thank you. How are you? Hey Cameron, show me your beauty. Some eye candy for this old granny. Didn't realise we were playing didn't realise we were playing fucking that again. Ice hockey. What are you eating? A donut. What are you eating? Probably nothing. You'll have to check my socials, yeah. To be fair, Cam, I keep trying to find you on Facebook and can't. She is a United fan though, Cameron, so we both can have our laughs at her. Well, yeah. But to be fair, we are all the same colour, right? Arsenal, red. United, red. Liverpool, red. Honestly, Fuzzy, Wales is a beautiful country, made even more beautiful by the fact you got people like Cameron all over the place or something. Probably because my name on Facebook is Cam Davis, not Cameron. Oh, great, cool. I'll check you out soon. West Brom Albion, yes. That says Albino, dickhead. West Brom Albion, yes sir. Or in your case, Albino. Very cute. Oh no, an albino. Right. Okay then. They're all white there, aren't they? All white now, baby. So pissed off, I'm gonna go and buy a new fucking tail cluster now for my car on the 19th. It better turn up for the 26th as well, because that's gonna be fucking bullshit otherwise. And it could also now prevent me going to fucking Blackpool for our Blackpool stream. Jason, don't apologise, it was funny. Alex has having his dinner right now. What are you having for dinner, mate? And don't say Friday night dinner. He's on the coke. Cameron! Don't you everyone? Yes, ladies and gents, I'm on the coke. Fucking whatever. Get over it. I haven't long woken up. That's why I'm having my dinner so late. Good lads, go on. Fair play to you, boy. Hello, Jackie. You look nice. Hello, Jim. Pepsi for me today. So you beat me, Ken. I probably don't know, to be fair, man, because that is sugar-free. So, yeah. Bit chilly tonight, though. Winter's on its way. It is a bit chilly tonight. It's 17 degrees. Cameron, if you love camping, all around here is just great to come for the summer. Ah. Wow. There we go. I prefer sugar-free. It tastes the same to me, and it's what I drink when I'm cutting. Oh, okay. You don't use cut weight, mate. Fuck it, you're fucking gorgeous as it is. Sugar-free tastes flat to me. I drink pure diabetes. I mean, to be fair, normally do I, but I got it for free, so I was like, cool. Cam Davis and FB shows a crowd of people, including a plasterer and some hot-looking chicks. Maru, are you lesbian? Zero sugar, that's good, bro. It's not, because it doesn't taste the same as normal stuff, but there we go. I love that though, straight away. Maru straight on Facebook to go find you, man. He was like, come on, let's come and find the sexiest man in Wales. Love it. The sexiest man in Wales, ladies and gentlemen, Cam Davies. To be fair, before long, you're going to be called the sexiest man on the planet, ain't you? Right, can see it happening. I can't help thinking now that if that fucking bus has done more damage and just cracked me fucking back and light. I mean, to be fair, it literally gave it a kiss, so it's cool. My picture's a close-up of my face, Maru. I've got a black hoodie on. Can't really describe it any more than that. Okay. I'm surprised it wasn't a stagecoach, to be fair. No, it's a fucking Arriva, which is even worse. See you, Jason. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, nice one, man. Take it easy, buddy. Have a good night, Jace. Be good. We'll catch up with you very soon. Fuzzy says I worry about sugar free. The fake stuff keeps changing, right? I mean, you're not wrong, to be fair. And Gaz will be back shortly. And Maru is like, no, but I can appreciate Brie beauty. That is a very good point. Shitty old things like Reavers. I mean, they're not great, especially when they fucking eat you. Hey, I was in the Miss Venezuela. Were you actually? Oh, wicked. Nice. Did you win? I hope you did, because you are a stunningly beautiful woman. Very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, live across the UK and the world from Milton Keynes right now. But still count every dang calorie. What a pain. Oh, bless. But I literally had bus hit me and had the audacity to fucking beep at me. Sorry, Maru, you now want donuts. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. Oi, Cameron. I do not eat donuts. That's not true. What up, Ken? Just making sure you're there, mate. Yeah. So we'll be live from Heathrow tomorrow morning. With a lot of clothing, etc., to keep nice and warm. And we are actually be camping in this very vehicle over the weekend to make sure we are staying in and around the area for the entirety of the weekend. Did Paul get kicked or leave, or is he still perving like he said? I don't know. I didn't kick him. So unless you or Cameron did, I don't know. But I think he's still here. Pardon? I came behind the ambulance. You what? You can. I think that's a weird quote from something. I know, that's what I'm thinking. Even my car didn't like that. It just started by it. You came behind the ambulance. Right. Brittany Daly, welcome back. I know, Braden, I'm as confused as well. Like, I'm thinking, what the fuck? How you doing, Brittany? Welcome back. It's Brittany, bitch. Maru, are you okay? Like, are you on something? First we said about being in like Miss Venezuela, then you came behind an ambulance, and now you're on about they got you with butter. Sorry, what? Am I missing something? Are you drinking? Like, you're going from... What? Am I missing something, guys? I love that. Hugs, you little rascals. No, you're confusing as fuck, woman. What are you doing? Banter with this rascals. Okay. What colour is the sea? Blue. Braden, you dirty bastard. She got oiled up by the ambulance people, I think. Yeah, right. She came behind the ambulance and they caught her with butter. That's the story that I need to get to the bottom of. Mate, That's a story we all need to get to the bottom of. Like, explain. Which sea? The Black Sea, the Red Sea, the Dead Sea, yeah? Well, the Black Sea is still blue, isn't it? Or is it black? Where is the Black Sea? More to the point, Maru, what happened when you were behind the ambulance with Buster? What's going on? Like, did they try and give you like a suntan? Were they trying to baste you or what? Maru, no coming behind ambulances and getting rubbed by Butter, okay, love? Brayden, I find that funnier, the fact that you're calling her love. That's quite funny. Yeah, I had a feeling you're on the fucking, you're on the sauce. Cameron Davis, you dirty bastard. Someone got buried there. Where? Can't gain weight since COVID vaccine. Don't know why, but I hope it was that. Still not complaining now. I can try food haven't had in ages. Fair enough. Brittany, who's been fucking buried where? What? When? I'm the Black Sea. Okay. No, Cameron, you spelled that wrong, mate. Just take out the word whatever, and take off is drinking. You're halfway to fucking to the truth then. Dude, why you gotta wait 3 years for pints? Just drink now and don't tell no one. And I'm hoping you're not going to start doing sub-behind ambulances. I'm going to need to try and avoid you away from doing that one, okay? So Maru then says, Brittany, let's talk about the sea, shall we? Oh, for fuck's sake. So it's normally quite wet, very blue, full of fish, full of poo. For my dinner, I'm having spaghetti and sausages and potato waffles. Oh, nice. Sorry, I was talking to my mum. So that's why it took me so long to sell ad for dinner. Fair play, man. And Alex is like, no, Alex. Cameron wants to know, Alex, are you having any butter with your food? Braden says I had a Fiat Mackey's. No, a Fat Mackey's, sorry, not a Fiat. Blue's having no butter. 9/11 bosses buried in the Black Sea. What, George Bush? Oh no, Bin Laden. Yeah. You want to hope the sausages are cooked properly, otherwise you'll end up in an ambulance, getting rubbed up with butter, and then fed wine by Maru. I literally said this to you earlier, yeah? So for those of you who didn't know, right? Cameron's just said, that's mad, Kens. I also read fat as Fiat. Why are we so in tune? I don't know, but literally on the way down here, I messaged Cameron, was like, yep, I'm going to go to Milton Keynes so we can film from the Peace Pagoda. And he was like, that's mad. That's literally what I was thinking. Like, the same venue, the same place. Mental. Be careful, Maru. Will be oiled up from butter and doing something unholy. Okay? Be careful. I need to make you aware, Braden. Maru is first of all a woman. Secondly, you are under the age to even be thinking about that sort of thing. And yeah, I don't think she wants to be a pedo, personally, put it that way. Brittany says use Nutella. No, I think you'll find anything like that and she'll be nutting all over you anyway, but there we go. She needs no help in nutting, I can assure you. But yeah, honestly, Cameron, I think it's a sign, mate. Like, me and you are far too in tune, even though this is the worst thing. We're not even in the same country right now, yeah? If we're this in sync right now, it's gonna be 10 times worse in person, mate. We'll probably be fucking finishing each other's sentences. We're mad. Maru, are you hoping to get all buttered up tonight when you finish your drinks? I mean, she might be getting her husband rub it in as we speak. Maru, it feels illegal. It's so illegal. What? What's illegal? What's going on? Yeah, Braden, are you hoping Marie was a man? Because I promise you she's not. The spaghetti and sausages are in the same tin, so I don't have to worry about food poisoning. I mean, you say that, but you can still not cook them properly. But yeah, I want to know what's illegal. Well, I'm so confused. What's going on? What's going on? I have no idea, but I'm really freaked out. Some lights just come on. That's really creepy. Because some bloke's now looking at me. And I was under the impression that place was shut at night time. I will keep with my toad. I mean, they do say, don't they? You got to kiss many frogs and toads to find your prince. So you never know. No buttering for you tonight, then. I mean, she might butter the toads. To be fair, that could be interesting. Yeah, she might butter the toad and let Toady to work his magic. Hopefully there's no ambulances tonight either, actually, saying that. I've just finished my dinner. Well done, Alex. I don't mind helping. I'm sure you don't. Okay, I'm going to swap coat and leave Arsenal for Liverpool. What? Anyone else here completely losing the plot right now? Because I thought you were all for Liverpool anyway. I love that. That's my girl. Is Marie single then? No, she's very much married. I'll go get the butter. You lost my butter respect. I support Arsenal. You just said, right? Okay, I'm going to swap coat and leave Arsenal for Liverpool, right? And now you're saying you support Arsenal. Maru, what fucking planet are you on right now? Because you sure as hell are not on English thing in any way, shape or form. In a minute she'll support Man United. And I think she wants fucking Man Buttered, to be fair, but there we go. I'm so... Because Arsenal man is taking the mickey out of me. I mean, he's not. He's just trying to work out what the fuck is going on. Only Arsenal fans are the type to come behind ambulances, to be fair. Wow. I mean, I'm saying nothing. Butter madness, yeah. Like, what the fuck? I love that. Arsenal mad says guilty. And then you get other ones who just end up like spending their life inside the fucking ambulance, being taken to hospital on blue lights all the time. Guilty. I mean, I can probably show you. Oi, Braden and Maru, how about that for a house key? You guys see that? Don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah. Now I've got images in my mind of Maru all buttered up. So my mum is the one who warmed up my food. She was warming it up when I was still upstairs. I hadn't long just woken up when she was warming up my food. Oh, bless her. I love that. Look at that straight away. Arsenal. Yeah! Oi, shut up. Yes. If you're gonna like spread hate, at least have a like normal name rather than just yes. It's like a fucking bee. Yes. Yes. I don't like football anyway. Why so rude? I know. Because some people don't like the fact that, like, yeah. Anyway. Kinky. What, that noise? Yes. I bet it sounds like you're a rampant rabbit, Maru. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bet you use that a lot. Either that, you probably painted a picture of Cameron's face on the end of it. It's doing things to me, Maru. What, that noise? Yes. Cameron having buttery dreams. Well, there we go. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Nah, it'll be I reckon 3-1, personally. Only for you, Maru. I love this long distance relationship thing going on. It's very cute. It is very sweet. Mate, I'm nearly double your age. And Mum still cooks for me occasionally, so don't worry about it. Cameron's got game. He's got fucking something. Carries on. He'll probably be fucking, like, yeah. A child, to be fair. You'll get the STD you can't get rid of. Children. But there we go. No, I must admit, Cameron's Riz game is fucking amazing. Right, fair play to him. He's very, very good at what he does. I mean, Cameron, you say that, mate, but I don't think you have got the magic touch at all, to be fair, because how can you touch someone in a different country? I love that, though. I guess he is sexy, like you said. Or he's luring Maru in with a stick of butter. I mean, there's a reason why I refer to Cameron as the sexiest man in Wales, right? Because he's a pucker-looking geezer. As I said earlier on to him, like, he's like Daniel Craig. I'm like Nicolas Cage. So there we go. She'd be lurking me if there was any butter, Braden. Oh, luring. I was going to say lure packing, but there you go. Yeah. However, you could really confuse her by giving her a tub of I can't believe it's not butter and send it to her via ambulance. That could be interesting. I can't believe it's not butter. Or what the fuck is it in? Butter. But like, the sexual tension between you two is mad. Now, the way it'd be even better is if she was all buttered up behind the ambulance and you were also all buttered up behind the ambulance. Imagine that one. Yeah, very nice. If my future partner wants me to cook, then they will have to put up with burnt food. I mean, yeah, fair point. But no, I reckon Both you and Maru buttered up together, totally naked. Beautiful. Just make sure it's warm so things don't shrivel. But yeah, that's just taking a very different turn. Both of us buttered up behind the ambulance, Maru. Yeah, come on. Imagine that as a photo shoot. That'd be amazing. Imagine that. The love story of Cameron and Maru and the ambulance. That'd be amazing. Okay, laughing my ass off, yet kinda hungry. Carry on. Hey, yo, Kenzie, PG, my boy. Yeah. Cameron, Maru, the ambulance. Buttery fun for all the family. That sounds like something from Baywatch. Nothing beats a buttery butt. Try saying that after you had a few. Could you imagine? Sounds like fun if you ask me. Who's filming it then? What the heck is a buttery butt? Well, it's pretty obvious, Maru. It's a butt. It's a butt that's had loads of butter like massaged into it. So you gotta like give like a little fucking ass massage and shit. It's very nice. Very, very nice. And then to top it off with even better, so you butter it all up first. So you massage loads and loads and loads and loads of butter into it. So it's all nice and slippery and nice. And then straight down the middle, you put a line of squirty cream. You go, and then right in the middle, strawberry. There you go. I think that sounds like quite nice. That sounds like quite a nice pudding actually. An arse covered in butter, squirty cream down the middle, and then right in the middle, a nice little yeah. No, Cameron, if the ambulance is covered in butter as well, mate, you're never gonna get it anywhere. Like that's gonna be ridiculous. Sounds like a buttery load of fun. It does indeed, doesn't it? Yeah, very much so. It also sounds like the start of a porno, but there you go. You know, a buttered ass, squirty cream down the middle, strawberry right in the middle, covered up with a, you know, inserted into the back of a buttered ambulance, just slippery and slidey everywhere. And then, yeah, the rest is history. I love that. Cameron, Marie's like, hey, Cameron. And that say, I love that. He's got a point though, Maru. You did bring it up. You were the one to turn around and said about coming behind the ambulance and then getting loads of butter. You got me thinking all sorts of things. I mean, yeah. Cameron loves buttery women. I think he just loves women full stop, to be fair. Don't play with the food. Why? Why can't you play with food? Because at the end of the day, that makes it more fun. You know? Butter, squirty cream, strawberry, chocolate sauce over the whole top. Oh, mate, don't. I'm getting myself excited here. This is mad. Like, this is mad on a very different level. Unless you feel like 9 weeks. Unless you feel like 9 weeks and a half. Braden, mate, at least wait until you're like, wait a few years before you get the butter, mate, yeah? Please. Because you're going to open up a completely different lawsuit if you start doing things with butter, trust me. And we don't want to see you or anyone else getting in trouble, mate, I can assure you. But there we go. Kim Basinger. That is very old school. What? Who the fuck mentioned Kim Basinger? And what do you mean waiting about 9.5 weeks? I am so confused. What is going on? Maru, what are you drinking, babe? Like, honestly. I mean, it's like a greeny grey, yeah. Weirdly. Like, this is what I mean, man. Me and you are we're two in sync, bro. Like, it's weird. I'm having butter on crackers. Is that what it's called nowadays, is it? The 9 weeks and a half, the movie, Mac. Oh, okay, yeah. One movie you should watch, actually, is one that I watched the other day. It's quite an old movie, but my sister introduced me to it. It's kind of crazy. And it was called Death Becomes Her. And honestly, it's weird, but it's funny as fuck. Don't get tempted by any ambulances, Braden. Yeah, for fuck's sake, please don't. Like, we want to come visit you as a real life person, mate. Not fucking with like half you hanging out of a fucking buttered ambulance with like whipped cream all over your body, because that'd just be fucked up and weird. But there we go. Yeah. Wait for it. Wee woo, wee woo. Alex, don't even think about it. I watched it. It's really funny with Meryl Streep. What the film that I just said about? It is fucking hysterical, isn't it? It is banging. My question is, what has Cameron been drinking, to be honest? He's not been drinking anything. It's Maru that started this whole conversation about coming behind ambulances, being buttered up, and then it just escalated from there, to be fair. Probably didn't help my influence saying about squirty cream and stuff, but there we go. It was actually Maru that started all this. I don't think Cameron's been drinking anything other than just like life and probably a monster. A white one at that, to be fair. And smoking his vape at the same time as listening to all this shit, thinking, what the fuck is going on? Ladies and gents, if you are brand new and you watch it for the very first time, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, come and join us right here on the live. We are live across the UK and the world. Cameron's been drinking Pepsi. Maru has just got my mind wandering. Wandering or racing? Like, yeah. Or is Cameron in an ambulance getting buttered up? I mean, that wouldn't surprise me either. Maybe he's with like Barney Harwood and the prank patrol getting absolutely covered. Could be crazy. You said wee woo, made me tempted to say it, but I won't. That's why I was like, yeah, please don't, mate. Like, Maru's on the red wine. All right, UB40. Red wine. Wandering to places of beautiful scenery. In the valleys of Venezuela, we meet Maru, Cameron, the Buttered Ambulance, out now on Blu-ray and DVD. You're on the Coca-Cola. I'm on the Coke as well, because it's there. However, I'm still really pissed off, right? On Saturday, on the way to Gatwick, I threw one of my vapes onto the fucking dashboard, right? Because it ran out. So I fell on there, and then jumped off, and it's now disappeared under my seat somewhere. I can't find it. It's really annoying me. Amazon original. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Amazon Prime paying for that sort of thing? That'd be crazy. Yeah. Featuring Maru, Cameron Davis, and the Buttered Ambulance, The Welshman Abroad, out now on Amazon Prime. Gaz says he'll be back soon about half an hour ago. He's missed all the buttery fun. I mean, we might have to replay it all for him. It could be interesting. You should be glad AD isn't here, because he would be saying it. He absolutely would be, and he'd be getting a punch as well, I can assure you. Cameron, can you jump onto studio quickly and give me a quick numbers check, please? Hey, Cameron, I come from south of Venezuela. Angels Falls land. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice, actually. Killer Angel, back. Sorry, had to put the kids to bed. Oh. How many kids you got, Killer Angel? 1,128, still the same. Happy days, that's cool. We can all butter up and have some ambulance time. I mean, we can't, Braden, because just remember how old you are, mate. That could get a lot of us into a lot of trouble very, 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 very quickly, as in, why are we in the back of an ambulance buttered up with you? Yeah, not yet. Put it that way. Let's wait a few years first, shall we? Hey Maru, I came from Abergavenny in Wales. Originally, I came from behind the back of an ambulance. Oh, fuck's sake. It's all banter, mate. You're absolutely not wrong. 4 kids. Bloody hell, ain't Killer Angel. Jesus. That's crazy. And you put them all to bed at the same time. Fair play to you. That is crazy. That's mad. God, some bloke just got an Uber to the car park to pick his car up. That's mental. I don't want any butter, just another can of Coke. That's nice. Can of Coke. Who's got 4 kids? That is an investment. Killer Angel's got 4 kids. And Killer Angel, where are you from? The oldest is 20. Bloody Jesus. Fuck me. Where are you from, Killer Angel? Youngest is 9. Jesus Christ. The Artful Bodger says it looks like you were casting out a bank or something. Okay. Nice. I'm not. No, casing, not casting. Casing out a bank or something. I mean, that could be interesting. Yeah. I'm actually sat right outside the Parks Trust and the cricket pavilion. But okay then. Guildford. Go on, go from my neck of the woods. How old are you? Just if you don't mind me asking. Honestly, Maru and Cameron should have some quality buttery ambulance time. I reckon they should, yeah. Killer Angel, I'm 20 years old. Like your oldest. I'm 20 on a Monday. Killer Angel was 39. From Guildford. Did we go to the same school? Cameron, Guildford's in Surrey, mate. Just outside, like literally about half an hour away from London. That's kind of crazy. Blue, you might meet my eldest. He's a boy. Blue's also a boy. His name's Alex, and he lives in Peterborough. It's quite a long way from Guildford, to be fair. But yeah, we're literally like the same age. That's kind of crazy. I lived in Guildford for a year when I was 6. Nice. You didn't say butter. Can you imagine? Maybe we should change the name of the channel from LindenTV to Butter TV, because that would also work very well for yeah. He's not gay, but friends is good. I'm not gay. My boyfriend is. Simple. You know, like I love that line. It's brilliant. I'm not gay. My boyfriend is. Although I'm not even sure I've even got a boyfriend anymore. But there we go. So I messaged him earlier, and he said absolutely sweet fuck all back, which is nice. Yep, literally no reply. Wonderful. Isn't that nice to be arranged? I'm also a boy. I'm trans one lol. And okay, I'll meet him. We'll be friends. How are you gonna meet each other? You're in Peterborough in Cambridgeshire. He's in Guildford in Surrey. Here to challenge for the amount of times the word butter or ambulance can be said on this stream. There should be a like and sub. Oh, and I'm not being funny, mate. How are we gonna keep count of the amount of times that butter and ambulance is said on a stream? Because I'll just say at least 4 times. That's kind of crazy. Your boyfriend could help you break into the cricket club. He could do, but he lives in Plymouth, which is a bit shit. My son is having a go at me for embarrassing him online. Oh, don't worry, mate. Like, no. Don't have a go at your mum. Come on, be nice, mate. Killer Angel, what's your lad called? We'll have a chat with him. Typical mother, yeah. Bless you. From now on, no one gets confused. The Artful Bodger, wait, he hasn't replied. And he's 50 miles away on a Friday night. Brooke, welcome to the channel, my friend. Like, your mum's allowed to embarrass you, dude. That's what mums are for, right? I'm the same age as your mum, and believe you me mum still embarrasses me, right? I can take a friend round my mum's house, and I guarantee you she will still play out the baby photos and be like, "Oh, wasn't he cute as a child?" I'm like, "Mum, this is my mate. We're not even shagging, but all right, cute." And the Artful Bodger, just so you know, my partner is not 50 miles away. He's like 160 miles away or something. And he's not very well at the moment, so let's just leave it at that, shall we? I can't drive, so I probably can't. Just realised. We also live far away from each other. That is very, very true. Hello, Jackie. You look nice. Kenzie's butter, Maru's butt. Yum. Yes, I'll go and cover Maru in butter just for you in the back of an ambulance, so she's all ready for you to go slipping and sliding together. Hey. Random. Yeah, absolutely. But no, genuinely. So it's we're having like 4 conversations at once. It's just mental. That's where media training comes in very, very handy, because you can just chop and change between everything. It's great. Yes, I did do that to my kids. Even my 9-year-old now says, "Mum, shut up. You're embarrassing me." And I just smile. Yeah. What the flip-flop is going on? I've got no idea, to be fair. So when does the break-in start? There's not going to be a break-in Artful Bodger. We don't do breaking in. The buttery slip and slide right into the back of an ambulance. I mean, mate, you'll be in the back of an ambulance ready. We'll make sure it's all nicely like buttered and stuff for you. So when you go in, you just slide straight into her DMs. I know, killing time and making Mac say random stuff. Love you, Mac. I love you too, Marie. Are you waiting for the rest of the crew? If I was doing that, mate, I'd be waiting a fucking long time, because they're spread out all over the country. It'd be absolutely crazy. Can you say up the rah for the chat? I just did. Up the rah. There you go. Non-public pretext. There you go. Happy days. There we go. Where are you from? Artful Bodger, where are you from? Also, Killer Angel, what's your real name? Because I don't believe that's your real name. The Killer Angel, out now. Thanks, brother. You're very welcome indeed. Non-public pretext. I appreciate you. We are here, part of this ship, part of the crew. Absolutely. But you're in Venezuela. I've got Cameron in Wales. I've got Braden in Essex. Alex in Peterborough. Like, you're all miles away. I can't meet up with anyone because I can't drive. I know, it's mad, isn't it? I'm straight, but I slid into here with trust. I mean, be careful, because Cameron might slide straight into you. Angel, those embarrassing moments will live on as beautiful memories for them as they grow older. Absolutely true. Maru, can you butter up for my boy Cameron and make sure to bring the ambulance? Mate, I'll bring the ambulance. That's not a problem. No, I'm in Hampshire. Of course, no, mate. Yeah, you're Andover, and I'll keep it. I'm so sorry. Killer Angel says the real Banksy. Where in the England are you parked up? Daniel Rawthorne. I'm in Milton Keynes, my friend. Jonathan is back. Welcome back, my friend. He's outside the cricket club, Daniel. He's planning to break in. I'm not planning on breaking at all. I'm straight. What has that got to do with the banter? Absolutely nothing at all. Gonna need an ambulance when I'm finished. Mate, she'll need a fucking wheelchair, I think, by the time you finish. But there we go. I've heard things about you and Welsh people. Let's just put it that way. Uncle Ruckus, are you breaking in again? What do you mean again? For fuck's sake. I think he's parked in Scotland, Daniel. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Meant where in England? I live in Blackburn. Very nice too. I'm not in Blackburn. I'm currently in Milton Keynes. Right. Get back into media. You'll be good as a weatherman. Fuck off. Breaking in comments will be removed. Absolutely true and timed out. The Artful Bodger. Why, Cameron? Because we don't do illegal shit on this channel. We do good shit. Like, we do good stuff. Stream that started off about, something serious has now turned into just complete bants, which is absolutely mental. Maru. Cameron, oh Cameron, you need to give me the brand. Nut-free, dairy-free, or I can't believe it's not butter. because it isn't bringing anything positive or progressive to the chat. What, and talk about fucking buttered ambulances is. Smoking weed every day for 4 years. Well done, Amigrator. Good lad. Daniel Rawthorne must have one of those faces. People think you look like a wrong'un breaking in places. I know, right? Nut butter. Okay. Or another burglar on the run. Another burglar run tonight, I see. Tyrese, we're not doing no burglaries. Any brand you want, Maru, I can make it work. That's fine, mate. Listen, she brings the butter. I'll do the massaging. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everyone's done. Killer Angel. Not sure where this chat is going. I'm half Scottish, half Welsh, born in Cyprus. So, chat, what does that make me in your opinion? I'd say a Heinz 57, personally speaking. Bear in mind, I'm a quarter Scottish, a quarter Italian, half Irish, born in the UK. Born in England, so there we go. Kind of crazy. Cameron, but oh dear. Being a weatherman is not wrong. Come on, you look suited. Cheers. SJ, hi honey, how you doing? Lovely, welcome back. Thank you very much indeed. The Artful Bodger, come on. If you can steal something from the cricket club, then okay, whatever. Damn, Cameron got the butter is. He definitely has. He's working hard. But if he brings the butter, I'll butter her up ready for him. And then Maru can then massage butter into his body because like fuck am I touching him like that. And then literally once he's been buttered up, we'll just push him in the back of the ambulance, close the doors, and then Maru can come in through the skylight of the ambulance, land on top of him, and they can have their sweet merry way together. That'd be amazing. And they can make beautiful babies. Because let's face it, Cameron's the sexiest man in Wales, so that sounds amazing. Half Manc, half Cumbrian, born in Blackburn and hate Burnley with a passion. You can't hate Burnley because the lovely Jordan North is from Burnley and he's lovely. I smooth talk them like butter, then spread them like butter, baby. Mate, you've had me fucking babied since the day I met you. It's all cute. Killer Angel is a proper 5'7" of Heinz. Dude, it's cool. Braden's getting embarrassed, bless him. He's like, hey, yo! Keep it PG, man! Shut up, yeah? Free is a bad man's food. You get me? Shut up. It's past 9 p.m, Braden. You're not wrong, to be fair, Cameron. That's, the 9 p.m. shut off, like the watershed. You know what I'm saying? Ketchup and butter, bring it. I mean, I just want to know who the fuck is cleaning out this ambulance afterwards. You have ketchup in there. You can have butter in there. You can have spunk in there. Like, you can have Cameron in there. Who the fuck's cleaning up after him? I'll never know. But he's a messy little motherfucker. Beat workplace boredom. Bring on butter. Bonking bros, bouncing bums, but no breaking. Please. Burglars will be bounced. Take care, fellas and girls. Gotta go to work. Fuzzy, it's been an absolute pleasure. Take care. Have a great time. You can call me Sauce Man, Maru. Oh my god, here we go. Crime scene cleaners. I couldn't agree more. You just ate donuts, Mac. What's that got to do with the fucking price of fish? Bro, you left it long gone. Okay. Poor paramedics or not. I mean, can you imagine the mess they're gonna make? Like, we have to take the stretcher up because if it's all fucking buttered up inside there and they're buttered up themselves, there's gonna be no friction at all. So you go around the corner, they're gonna be fucking slipping and sliding like there's absolutely no tomorrow. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. Crazy even. Like, definitely not. I'm jealous. Like, paramedics' reaction would be keep it PG. No, paramedics' fucking reaction will be foot down Friday. Let's literally smash the shit out of these people whilst they smash the shit out of each other. It'd be absolutely amazing. These messes what you have made, dude. I've not made no mess, mate. Like, get with the times. paramedics were like, "Hey, bend over," as I shoved this banana up inside you. Paramedics will need paramedics after a trip in a buttery ambulance. I mean, yeah, you're not fucking wrong. And cough. Bend over and let me butter you up. All right, bro. All right, Cameron. I'll butter you up later. Shut the fuck up. You said you were at Huntingdon the other night. I do indeed, SJ. Yes, we were there on Monday, the Monday Fun Day, at Camp Beagle at MBR Acres. That is very true. Poor little Braden. He's like, PG, please. Right, I'm done with the butter talk. Eyes blushing, Cameron. Fuck. Cameron, you've got everyone blushing for you, man. Like, legitimately. Everyone is fucking cooing for you, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? There's testing places between Saffron Walden and going towards Cambridge. Yeah, you are very true. That is very, very true. This whole conversation has turned sexual. I mean, Alex, you're not wrong. Angel, you want to come? You want some butter too? No, she wants cocoa oil. Cameron, you're my inspiration. I mean, Cameron's my right-hand man. Literally, he just, well, as Daniel says, I can't believe it's not butter. Daniel, how old are you, man? Mr. Daniel from Blackburn. Retract from what you have said. All day break. Love you though, dude. Thanks, Braden. That means a lot. I mean, yeah. Daniel is also 39. Check this out. So you got me, Angel, and Daniel, all the same age, all from the UK. Blackburn is a place I've had to go to several times on my repo work in a former life. And Angel is from my neck of the woods as a child. That's mental. This is absolutely mad. This has gone absolutely crazy. I think well done. I'm told that's what happened there, but not sure. Yeah, it's not great. I'm not going to lie to you. Joking is 38. Nice one. Thank you, Joking. Or are you really? Are you really joking? Or are you really 38? Who knows? No one ever will do. Angel says, I'm exit only. Oh, fuck me. Gonna have to take the knee for both Maru and Angel now. Jesus Christ. You bigamist. Who was the one to turn this conversation sexual? Maru, to be fair. Angel says born and we know the banter. Absolutely true. Paul says sorry for the spelling. Not at all. That's absolutely fine. Joe is 39 on November the 21st. Happy days. There you go. I reckon it was Cameron who turned it. No, it wasn't actually. It was Maru who turned it sexual. And literally from that point, me and Cameron just jumped on it and yeah, went for it. So there we go. Although scarily, like, as you guys are clearly seeing, me and Cameron are very, 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 very much in tune. It's weird. Maru and Cameron, no more buttering. No, we've got way past buttering now. We're going to go straight to like coconut oil or cooking oil. That's just as bad. Remember the panic over the Millennium Bug in 2000, like it was yesterday? I mean, yes, so do I, to be fair. And these guys have no idea. You nutter, lol. We're the kids of 86, not 85, but there we go. It was Maru, SJ, but I've enjoyed the continuation of said sexual conversation. Absolutely true. I don't think YouTube are enjoying it too much though, by the fact they just cut us out right then. Joking at 39 on November 21st. I turned 21 on Monday on September 15th. There we go. Car oil? Fuck me, you are making it dangerous now. Bloody Nora, car oil in the back of an ambulance. Fuck my life. This could get very dangerous, very, very quick, crazy. Today was the 38th anniversary. Of what? Kids or 84? Car oil could cause problems, Angel. I reckon we stick to butter. No, it's got to be coconut oil. Of the infamous shit of 87. Do you mean the Great Storm? Enjoy 20s, Blue. Time flies after 21 days, very true. Diesel is more slippery. I mean, it lasts a long time, let's be fair. Cameron, I always talk like that. It's Gordon Ramsay. Oh, for God's sake. I'll drive the ambulance. Oh, fuck my life. Here we go. So Angel's driving the ambulance filled with diesel and fucking motor oil with a very buttered up Maru and Cameron on the inside. It's whatever Angel wants it to be. All right, Cameron, keep your ears on, treacle. Fucking hell. No, it's a random thing I came up with. Oh, right, okay then. I'm not sure what shit happened in '87, mate. I was 2. So there we go. I remember the Great... Well, I don't remember the Great Storm, but I remember being told about the Great Storm. Like the very first hurricane this country ever had. And by all accounts, I slept straight through it as a 2-year-old baby. And my mum and my sister were up screaming. And I slept straight through it. Mad. Angel is driving while me and Maru are all buttered up in the back. Okay. And I'll just be there pressing the fucking blue lights. Some bow chicka wow wow, baby. Joking, I'll try and enjoy my 20s. Please don't remind me how quick 20s go. I don't care, fair enough. I thought you said put it in the past. No more buttering. Braden's getting angry, guys. Come on. That much butter sounds like James Martin's Heaven. Oh my god. Okay. The life of my PG life. Oh nice. I was gonna say Linden was my backseat driver of the ambulance. I am not gonna be in the back of that with them two, I can assure you, because I might end up getting involved. That could be interesting. I am roasted on my own sauce. No comment. You're a good, funny guy, Linden. Pure respect to you, bro. Thank you, dude, man. I appreciate you. I tried to keep it in the past, but these ladies won't stop, Braden. I mean, they won't. This is very true. But Killer Angel says, you sit there pushing buttons. Wait, I like pushing buttons, though. Oh, my days. Listen, I'm gay, yeah? Don't try and change me. That could be very interesting. Cam is so lucky. He is. I mean, Cam has got the riz of, like, the biggest Rizzler, and I don't mean the sort of thing you smoke. Like, he's just a Riz master. Like, legit. I mean, amazing. Genuinely. But to the point, I'm actually now scared to, like, meet up with him, because he'll be like the fucking Pied Piper and have, like, a million women behind him. The Butter Riz. Yeah. I think it should be called the Butter Prince, to be fair. That could be the sequel. That could be the sequel film. The Lion, the Watch, and the Butter Prince. Fuck the Cottonheads, they can fuck off now. We got the Butter Prince instead. Which weirdly was a conversation we had the last time we were here in Milton Keynes, which is mental. I'm straight and I need a gay BFF. Lol, I think I found you. 100%, darling. Let's crack it on, especially as you're from my neck of the woods, so we'll be on the same wavelength anyway. So me and you be on the same wavelength, plus Cameron as well. We are in for a very messy time. Who gets the 100,000 for the Kirk reward shooter capture? Whoever it is that ends up finding him, my friend. I'm not going to be funny, but the sooner it happens, the absolute better. What do you work as, Linden, bro? I'm a carpenter, buddy. I'm medically retired. I'm a medically retired first officer for British Airways. That sounds like a new Disney movie. It does, doesn't it? The Lion, the Watch, and the Butter Prince. Out now at Odeon. Cameron, Maru, and the Buttered Ambulance. I mean, that's the follow-on. Full Metal Chef says they already caught the guy. Oh, happy days. I'm straight, by the way, not gay people. I mean, you're not gay yet, put it that way. There's always time, mate. Wait till you're 60 years old. You might end up changing your mind. But I love the fact you're straight, though, because at the end of the day, it just goes to show that straight and gay guys can actually be friends, get on amazingly, and have an amazingly close bond without there being anything else involved in it, which is amazing. Why do I feel like I'm in? Why do I feel I'm in Shrek's world? Never swinging that way. I didn't listen. Don't say sorry, mate, to me. I didn't say it was going to happen to me, did I? That's what I said to you. It's amazing that to show that a gay guy and a straight guy can be friends, and there'd be nothing more to it. It's amazing. The shooter was turned in by his family, so I believe. Good. So it should happen. But yeah. Anyway. Angel's driving the ambulance. I'm pushing buttons. And Maru and Cameron are going to be making babies. That's very cute. Very, very cute. Each to their own. We are all human. The real talk. You can always have a real laugh with a gay and lesbian while still being straight. Absolutely true. And I'm not being funny. Me and Cameron have some very, very, very dark conversations, and it's brilliant. I love it. It's so much fun. But yeah, lots of the love to us all. Abso-fucking-lutely. The Ginger Man and the Bitter Prince. And when did I turn gay? Fuck knows. Well said, Angel. Cameron says, lots of lots of love and butter tubs. Absolutely true. What's the story in Balamori? Buttery ambulance. Oh fuck me, yeah. Lots of love and butter tubs to you all. Absolutely. Cheers, Cameron. Fucking hell. Don't start doing the whole Balamori thing because Mrs. Brown might get involved. What brand of butter? It's actually I can't believe it's not butter. I turned gay when I loved you all. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful answer. Angel, is Brooke still with you? Whichever brand the ladies want, David. I mean, it's got to be large, surely. PC Plum will definitely join in. No, he won't. He was campers fucking houses. What's he going to want to join in for? Like, he'd want to go for fucking Cameron. Cameron would then look at him and fucking knock him the fuck out for even daring to touch him. And Maru won't get a look in because then, like, Cameron gets arrested. So that can't happen. So no, PC Plum can fuck off. PC Plum playing with some plums. You'd be fucking playing with your plums, mate. And I don't think you'd enjoy it very much, to be fair. What's the story? Morning Glory, second best Oasis song, and the best one was definitely fucking Champagne Supernova. I'm PC Plum. I'll tell you what I've done. I don't know why he'd be fucking Welsh, but there we go. Oh fuck me! Can you imagine? Jesus Christ! I thought the shooter's roommate is the one who called the FBI and turned him in. Very possible. When did Oasis join the conversation? I don't know, Cameron, man. I'm fucking well confused. Brooke's not here. I'm still embarrassing him, though. He's gone out. Oh, fuck's sake, boring prick. These live streams are just so random. I love it. Mate, they're going to be even more random when we do them together. You know that, right? It's going to be crazy. Literally fucking mental. Cannot believe just how fucking random they go. And everything just goes from 0 to 60 in like 0.3 seconds. It's just mental. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new to the channel, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, come and join us right here. Whether we're talking about fucking embarrassing kids, or embarrassing people's kids, or simply just talk about buttering up an ambulance. It's all good fun. If you guys are into paranormal, keep an eye out for our Halloween special. Absolutely. It's the Forest of Fear, 7 Days in Hell. Hosted by myself and Cameron right here on LindenTV. We are going to have 7 days of torture as Cameron and I are potentially joined by special guests around the UK as well as we camp out in 7 of the most haunted forests right here in the UK, which is exactly what he just wrote in a very more contextualized sentence. But it's going to be fucking amazing. This is why I love this live stream. I can be myself. Killer Angel, absolutely true. Have you actually subscribed to us? I hope you have, because that'd be amazing. However, welcome to the channel. You are now an official Lindinian. Killer Angel, my mum can't embarrass me here because she doesn't follow Mackenzie. She has YouTube, no social media. Bless her. There we go. Braden's still like, lads. Daniel says, doing the Poznan in the back of a battery ambulance covered in motor oil and diesel. I mean, it just sounds absolutely crazy, doesn't it? Cameron says, always be yourself, Angel, even if you're embarrassing your own children. 110%. Maru says, camp in a busy roundabout. Believe it or not, that is something that is going to be coming in the coming months. Probably the start of 2026, to be fair. It's going to be the last to leave the roundabout wins £1,000. Yeah, that to look forward to. Yes, I'm subscribed. Funny thing is, Brooke told me about you, Linden. How the fuck did he know about me? What? You're joking? That's crazy. What a G. Got his mum involved. But yeah, you're now an official Lindenian. You're now a member of the LindenTV crew. Welcome aboard. Original Ganja says El Chapo. Cameron says, what is Brooks' YT name? Yeah. Like, how the fuck did he know about us? Because he's 20, isn't he? Gonna say got to be over 18 to watch most of our content. So yeah, I was gonna say, how did he see it through? But no, he's old enough. So he's probably a sub. That's mad. That's actually crazy. What a G. But yeah, you're now a moderator. Congratulations. Welcome to the crew. That will fucking throw him on, won't it? Like, guess what? You introduced me, and now your mum's a moderator for their channel. Get in. Do the whole Stacey Solomon about, oh my god, look, oh. Mental. A big thank you to Brooke. Absolutely, because Angel, you have been brilliant tonight. What actually is your real name? Are you Angel or what's your name? Who are you? Cameron, hopefully we can catch them both in the chat at the same time one day. I mean, that'll be awesome, wouldn't it? That'll be so cool. Haha. Hi, son. What? Yeah. Like, Angel, what's your name? What is your actual name? Emma. There we go. Emma. Did we go to school together? Because I went to school with a girl called Emma. Her last name was Hayes back at school. She's now an Osborne. If that is you, that'd be crazy. Could you imagine? An Angel can embarrass him even more. That'd be so cool. Yeah, big thanks to Brooke for bringing Killer Angel here. 100%. Mac, I think all your followers are turning into moderators. I mean, very much. Or mother. I mean, yeah, very good point. Mother! Ah! Mental. Welcome to the channel, Emma. I am glad you're enjoying it. Absolutely. And Emma, how lovely. And what started with quite a serious topic of conversation right here on LindenTV has yet again just literally descended into chaos as usual. Just courtesy of my weird, crazy, phenomenal moderator team. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. And of course, all you guys who are moderators, very soon you'll be able to go and buy yourself paid memberships, which also means your comments will very, very soon be highlighted a lot better right on the chat, so you'll never miss a thing again, which will be amazing. We loved it, we do. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, to be fair, the only time I've ever called me mother is if I was really pissed off and I was like, oh, fuck off, mother. Oh, I did this with Maru and Kenzie's name, so I'm going to do it with all the new moderators. The name Emma means whole or universal. Yeah. Weirdly, my name means handsome, doesn't it, Cameron? And your one means sexiest man in Wales. But there we go. This wouldn't be your life if it turned. This wouldn't be your life if it didn't turn sexual or something like that. Yeah. Cheers, Blue. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Remember back in the old days with your ex co-presenter, it did always stay very PG, weirdly. But now under your new co-presenter and your new manager, yeah, it descends rapidly into random stuff. Pretty cool. I love the context of it. It's great. It only happens when Maru and me are together. She can't help but flirt with me. She can't. And for a married woman, naughty. Hey, what's your name? Baby BB. Hey, baby BB. How are you? Uh, Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. I mean, you're doing a great job so far. Um, Poor Braden. Look, he's still going. He's like, oh, is it Betsy? I thought it said baby. Okay, hi Betsy. I can't fucking read clearly. Poor little Braden. Look, he's like, PG. I had to say it. Braden, come on, man. You're playing with the big boys now. Like, you know. SM says hello from Lebanon. Fuck off with the laboo-boos. No, please no. Guilty. You are very much guilty. Honestly, the things you do to our poor Cameron, like, I'm surprised the boy can sleep at night. You know, like, bless him. Bless him, bless him, bless him. We need our reading glasses. We fucking do. You're not wrong, because I generally thought that said baby. Like, hello, baby. How are you? That sounds fucking wrong, doesn't it? Hey, baby. Yeah, imagine that. My partner jumps on the fucking chat just so I go, hey, baby. I'm like, how the fuck do you know I'm here, you little wanker? SJ says, hi, SMSSMM. I think I might need to find myself a Venezuelan woman. Dude, I think you've already found one, to be fair, mate. Like, there's not much finding to be done. All you need now is to find your passport, the money for a ticket, and get yourself a visa, and boom, off you go. My mum has to wear glasses to read her messages, lol. Don't. There was a geezer the other day, right, in the pub, right? What we talking about? We were talking about, obviously, the whole thing to do with Iryna and Charlie Kirk earlier on, but it's just descended into absolute chaos. It's just absolute complete, yeah, it's just madness now. But literally the other day in the pub, right, there was a geezer, right, who had glasses on and his phone was literally like that far away from his face. It was ridiculous. Hi, my lover. Oh no, it's what? And then Cameron go, why Venezuelan? I wonder. Betsy was your first viewer. What? Betsy was your first viewer, Ken. She's changed her name. How the fuck do you know that? Blue, how do you tag names like that? Like what? Oh, yeah. Are you in Hull? No, we're in Milton Keynes, my love. SJ, because Maru is Venezuelan and they seem to like a barrel of fun. They do, to be fair. Lol, why about the Labubu? Because I'm sick of the playthings. H Cornish accent. I appreciate you, my lover. Thank you very much. That's what she claims, Kens. Dude, you know she's Venezuelan. At Killer Angel, just put at and put the name of the account next to it. There you go. These buses are tormenting me now. They're just driving around like there's no tomorrow. Fuck off. You've already hit me once. Piss off. Hey, I remember you from my security cameras. Cheers. Cool. Appreciate that. Okay, I've tried that, but not sure if it worked. Aww. Well, that makes sense then, Cameron. There we go. He loves his Venezuelan ladies. We are the most light and funny people. Welcome to Caracas. There we go. I was your first watcher. Cheers, Betsy. Appreciate you. But apparently you changed your name, which is kind of weird. Daniel says it's worse when you see empty buses driving around. That's just confusing. But as long as at the end of the day, I'm parked in the car park right now, so at least it can't hit me again. But it's very annoying. Very annoying. But it's like in London. You're even like 2:30 in the morning. You'll never find an empty bus. It's weird. Like, yeah, very weird. But, ladies and gents, we're live across the UK and the world right now. We are light, not darkness. Unless you don't like the banter, then we're dark. Oh, trust me, we are dark. No questions asked. Maybe you should go to Specsavers, lol. Fuck off. Where there's blame, there's a claim. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I was on the roundabout and it did kind of like twat the back end, but it's only cracked off. It only smashed the fucking backlight. It's nothing major. Fuck it. The joys of buses having slightly higher bumpers than normal cars, but there we go. How old am I? Old enough to know better, put it that way. So to tag me, I think you have to type the @blue973 or something like that. Oh, okay. Weirdly, if you tag @LindenTV, it gives that cool little box around it. It's quite sick. I like it. It's mental. Kind of madness though. It's really weird. Tonight was the one live stream that I honestly thought a member of the production team would jump on, and they weirdly haven't done. It's really bizarre. I said you got a. I said you this got a bus scar of red, white, and blue, lol. Would you like to word that a bit better? Because that makes no sense. Okay. And then Braden says, "Are you 40?" He asked, by the way. Who did? Who asked if I was 40? Because no. Have you got any butter in that sandwich, Kens? Is it buttery enough? No, mate. I think you need to come and butter up a little bit more for me, to be fair. Enough to celebrate decades, not years. Exactly. There you go. Killer Angel 39, bless her heart. A new class of lawyers, buttery ambulance chasers. There we go. That'd be interesting. Are you in the 30s? Yeah, we'll go with that one. I love that. For fuck's sake, Cameron, we were doing so good. Listen, Cameron is your co-P, yeah? He's your co-presenter of this channel, right? He's also the manager of me, yeah? So therefore, he's allowed to be as naughty as he likes. Wait, Cameron, guess what? 14 days, baby! Watch him put blushing faces up now. Like that. Cameron, don't develop a fucking butter fetish. Too late on that one. Already there. 100%. Killer Angel saying sorry. You got nothing to apologise for at all. 21 with 18 years experience is what I say. That's very, 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 very true. What sandwich have we got tonight? Jam, to be fair. And Cameron's like, only for you, Maru. Oh God. Linden is the front man. Cameron is our man. What? How's he stealing my thunder? Fuck off. No. Oh. I love that. Emma knows. Yeah, great. Cheers, mate. Oh. The scary thing is, I can remove you. I'm not going to, but I could. But yeah, Cameron. 14 days, fella. You excited? Well, no. You can fucking stay in England if I care. Cameron. Strawberry. My mum makes really good sandwiches. She makes my strawberry jam sandwiches. You have to try my mum's sandwiches. They are so good. Cool. Brooke isn't going to be a fan of me. Why not? Dude, he'd fucking love you. He'd be like, dude, you're fucking nuts. Literally. Like we all think the same thing. We're all like, mate, you're fucking off your rocker. Legitimately. But yeah. Can we strawberry, please? Hang on, what? Because me and my mum are flirting? What the fuck? I know they say incest is best, mate, but don't be flirting with your own mum. That is weird. Cameron's building a buttery harem. He fucking quite clearly is, yeah. Oh my god, better peanut butter too. I can't have peanut butter because I'm allergic to it. I love that. Nicely resurrected there, mate. Good lad. Well done. Yeah. Oh, I think me and Brooke will be great friends, I think. I hope so. Then Cameron's like, no, his mum, not my mum. Fuck! Brooke will be like, what the hell? That's my mum. Yeah. Emma and Cameron sitting on a log. Both fell off and had a snog. Wait, under 18s are fluttering at this hour. I know, right? Good, isn't it? Robert Musson says, hi. Pardon me. Braden goes, I'm 15, Maru. Don't try luck, mate. I think you're too young. I think Cameron's too young for it to be fair, but like you're definitely too young. Yeah. Yeah, Cameron and Emma sitting on a log. Both fell off and had a snog. Not sure what's going on. Me neither. Do you know what? That's what keeps me on my toes because I've got never have any idea what's going on. Any jokes? Yes, you're looking at one right here. Hi. Biggest joke. There you go. That's what annoys me. Anyone that goes like, oh yeah, you used to do stand-up comedy and all this sort of stuff, like tell us a joke. It's like it's not quite that simple. Like I can't just be like because that's not quite how it works. I mean, plus they were very dark. Cameron flirted with Brooke's mum, and I'm just trying to be friends with Brooke. I like making new friends and all. Absolutely. But yeah. So genuinely, but it's good because Cameron's got the riz, you know. So if anyone's ever got any like dilemmas when it comes to dating, just go check out my man. Yeah, check out my G, and he'll put everything good for you. That is sad, Kenzie. Do you need to talk to Cameron? Maybe over a butter session. What? What's sad? What you want to? The fuck are you talking about? Cameron says flirting is my way of making friends, Blue. That is very true, to be fair. But you still answered my question, Cameron. We've got 14 days to go, fella. Are you excited? And you completely blanked me, you fucker. You said you're a joke. I am a joke, bro. Biggest joke going. PG, Arsenal. Cover your eyes. Ooh. Bit of banter never hurt anyone. Exactly correct. Completely true. Yes, I'm excited. Fucking finally you answered me, you bastard! Good, because so am I. 14 days, bro. We'll be together. And this time in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gents, you do realise me and your main man are going to be live on camera together doing our first ever collaboration YouTube live stream. The Welshman and the Englishman together. Yeah, can you imagine? It's mental. So Alex is like, Cameron, oh my god, lol. Braden's like, okay, Maru. SJ, what's some of the ages of people on here at the mode, dare I ask? You don't want to know. Sorry, got carried away with the beautiful women in the chat. I know you do, mate. Like, women to you are like kryptonite to fucking Superman, aren't they? My 9-year-old told me a joke today. He said, what's an arcade's favourite snack? I dread to think. All you need is a Scotsman, and that's the start of a joke. I mean, the weirdest thing is I'm half Scottish as well, so technically I could be 2 and 1. Emma, go on. What is the arcade's favourite snack? I'm intrigued. Cameron, if you do a DNA test, you may find traces of you may find traces of your Venezuelan roots. Oh, there you go. If you do a DNA test, you may also. Microchips. Fuck me. Do you know what? Coming from a 9-year-old, that's quite funny. But if I heard that on stage, I'd be like, boo. You never know, Marie. You might do a DNA test after you met Cameron, and you'll also find yourself with some English traits inside you. Daniel Rawthorne, you are so right. Good one. That's pretty good. An arcade machine's favorite Favourite snack? Microchips. That's pretty decent. Maybe Maru. That'll give me one excuse to come visit you. Not that I need one. Fuck me. Do you know what? You're probably the most shyest person face to face, being like all really like quiet and like careful and all this kind of shit. And yet look at you, man. Like you've got the text riz of just yeah, you're phenomenal. Love you, man. Gabriel Iglesias. Now we've got Emma's 9-year-old. Puppy lover, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Here we go. What's the difference between house bricks and ginger people? Well, what's the difference between a ginger and a house brick? Some of you probably know this already. You missed the MBR stream. You can watch it again though. I love how many people are more confident in YouTube chats than they are in real life. Very true. But yeah, Puppy Lover, go back and watch our Monday Fun Day MBR special. And make sure you got some tissues because it is quite sad. But yeah, what's the difference between a house brick and a ginger? They look like no. Cam is like me, a lot of banter and fun. Oh, he's definitely full of banter, 100%. Do you guys give up? What's the difference between a house brick and a ginger? I expect that emoji to go mental, by the way. House bricks get laid. Oh, I am the same. Actually, worse in Spanish. Very true. There's also videos on the channel of Ken's taking a deep dive into the MBR acres and what happens behind the scenes. They are indeed. And me and you will be doing another feature-length video in the daytime of that exact same place coming up in the future. Emma, that's me. You are indeed, mate. You are a lot of fun and you are full of bands. And as I told you before, love you for it, dude. Yeah, the difference between a house brick and gingers, house bricks get laid. How many lawyers does it take to change a light bulb? I've got a law degree. Be very, 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 very careful here. Go on, how many lawyers does it take to change a light bulb? And it like one's got to hold the bench and something else. I remember this one. With or without ambulance. Fuck you know, here we go again. Go on. How many lawyers does it take to change a light bulb? With or without butter. Fuck off. 3. 1 to climb the ladder, 1 to shake it, and 1 to sue the ladder company. Oh, for goodness sake. Oi, oi, ginger girls get laid more than... Pardon? Oi, oi, ginger girls get laid more than their bricks. Is that right? There you go, Cameron. There's a come on you've been waiting for. Michelangelo P says Muslims say Allah made the Quran easy to remember, and I say it is impossible to memorize. The Quran is proof Allah doesn't exist. That's your own thought, but okay then. You know me, Cam. Damon Gurr. Kenzie, God help me. Dude, I've got no idea what the crack is right now. Like, apparently gingers do get laid quite a lot. There we go. Puppy lover. I'm ginger. Sorry. Yeah, killer angel now. I think I now need the ambulance, to be fair. I've got a... Oh, shit. I've got ginger in my blood. Father, brother, and sister are ginger. That's why no one found that funny. Sorry. I'm a brunette, though. You know what they say? Practice on blondes, marry a brunette. Simple. There you go. But yeah. Where does this guy keep putting sandwiches from? Dude, I've got a little fucking lunchbox with me, man. Sure, you can make an exception, right, Emma? Damn! Boy's got riz. Marie says I'm a Latina. Yep. Oh my god. I'm brunette as well, Cam. Oh my days. My face is busy. Oh no, man. Brunettes unite. Never heard that before. God, at my age. I know, man. Like, what the fuck? I mean, as a kid, I was a brunette, but then weirdly, over time, like, my hair went more and more, like, dark. So I'm now, like, proper black. Paddington McBear. Hello. How do you get 5,000 Jews into a mini? And I'm blonde. Are you married though? That's a question. Yeah, how do you get 5,000? How do you get 5,000 Jews in a mini? Brother's a ginger. Me and my sister are brunette. Bless them. My face is literally doing these facial expressions. Come on, Alex. Good lad. Yeah, how do you get 5,000 Jews in a mini? This is quite a dark joke, by the way, folks, so please don't hate me. I'm waiting to see those lights go from 17 down to like 3. I've got black hair. My ex had brown hair, and my son is blonde. DNA proof he is mine. We've got that in common then. Shall we find out what else we have in common? Fucking hell, Cameron! How do you know Emma's even single, bro? What the fuck, bro? Jesus Christ! Camilla, hello. Please tell me you're not the Camilla. Alex also has brown hair. Am I the odd one out here? The only person with like black hair? Because, yeah. Single and ready to fuck off. Oh my days. Wow. Cameron, there you go. You got a bird on the same island as you and one across the water. Yeah, we've got that in common too, unfortunately. Oh my god. Bloody hell. Drop their Snickers and give them a boost. What? I ain't got a Snickers or a boost. I can't have Snickers. I'm allergic to peanuts. I know, it's hysterical. A gay man allergic to nuts. I've heard it a million times before. I'm single too. I thought I would say if people are starting to say if they're single or not. Sans Posh, welcome back. Thank you very much indeed. Single as a Pringle and ready to mingle. You are indeed, Mr. Cameron Davis. There we go. How long will you be single for? That is the question. Thing is, you got all the riz by text and stuff, but do you actually have it in reality? That's the question. Debbie Wright says, hope to see you there tomorrow. See you where tomorrow? What? Single, my bank balance has recovered well because of it. Nicely done. I'm glad for you, Daniel. Congratulations. Yep, Emma, RIP. Absolutely, completely true. My husband is married. Good. I'm pleased to hear it. I'm surprised Cameron is single with the way he talks. I know, right? I'm allergic to ass. That could be interesting. You got to wait for the right woman, Blue. I mean, that is very true. That is very, very true. I know Cameron is a hummingbird. Are you allergic to ass, not nuts? I'm allergic to nuts and coffee, weirdly enough, and shitloads of medication. So, like, if I ever get sick, I'm really not. I'm really fucked. Braden, please don't pop off now, mate. I need you to keep me sane, mate. You can't leave now. But always a pleasure, never a chore. Have a great night, and we'll see you again, my friend. Hopefully tomorrow, live from Heathrow Airport. Be good to see you, Mudgy. I've been single now. I've been single for 8 years since my 9-year-old was born. The maths ain't math in there at all, right? Take care, Braden. Look after yourself, buddy. Always a pleasure, and we'll see you soon, mate. I've been single for 8 years since my 9-year-old was born. I'm numerically dyslexic, but that doesn't even make sense in my head. Thanks, Blue. Something's telling me I have found the right woman in this chat. Which one? That's the question. David, Daniel, sorry, I'm confused as well. Emma says ass. I love nuts. I'm pretty sure you do. Okay. What's the topic of this conversation? Right now, my darling, it is completely random nonsense at this moment in time. However, 2 hours ago, it was on a lot more serious topic. Cameron, really? These nuts, Emma. Yeah, they probably are, to be fair. Calm, kindness, kinship, love. I've given up all chance of inner peace. I've made my mind a sunless space. I share my dreams with ghosts. Very nice for you, Luthen. Thank you very much indeed. That was a very deep conversation. I'll tell you something, Cameron. I know there's quite a few people that are probably after your nuts. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Shakespeare has entered the chat. You can't say shit like that, bro. Like, honestly, I've got to give you some media training before we do our first live stream together. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do. Right, okay, madness. The Lavender Lady was in the last live stream. She was, allegedly. Although I didn't actually see her. To butter or not, for fuck's sake. To butter or not to butter? That is the question. Luther, do you need someone to vent to? I think we might need to pay for therapy for him at this moment in time. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't actually know what the fuck's happening at this moment in time, but there we go. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight, they've set me on a path from which there is no escape. Bloody hell. Yeah, Emma, why are you saying bloody hell, Cameron? Like, he's a very kind, caring, genuine young man, to be fair. He's a very nice guy. And very caring. I love that. Talk to someone, Luton. Please. Talk to someone. Can anybody find Cameron somebody to love? I yearned to be a saviour against injustice without contemplating the cost and the time. I looked down. There was no longer any ground beneath my feet. Okay. Eat a buttery bun. Okay. As I said, Linden is my new gay best friend. The only gay best friend. Lol, please help. I would do, Emma, but kindly, please learn my name because it's quite annoying. Surely that's copy and pasted. I have absolutely no idea. Debbie Moy, hello, welcome back. Luthen, what is my sacrifice? I am condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I thought, Luthen, mate, what the hell is... I've got no idea what's going on. But yeah, Emma, my name's Mackenzie, darling. Mackenzie. Linden's the last name, hence the name of the channel. Balaclava boy, filthy English. You look like you need a good wash. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. It seems like you need a good punch in the face, but there we go. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. And the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. Okay, dude, go share this. Go share this with the poetry channel or go face the battle of depression. Cameron's actually making me giddy. Always give me. He's making you go weak at the knees, dear. Alex is like, Luthen's still going on, lol. And he's like, I love that. I have that effect, Emma. You certainly do, my friend. Luthen, I'm a revolutionary. You're okay. Typical Anglo reacting with violence. Yo, a suggestion. Mate, fuck off. I'm in Ukraine. Cute. What the fuck is everyone talking about? Debbie, I've got absolutely no idea, and I don't think anyone else does, to be fair. But there we go. But by looking at things at the moment, Emma and Cameron are having a very flirtatious conversation in front of the person that, no capital K, thank you, in front of Cameron's other love of his life, Maru. So he's dodging with fire right now. He's got two women at the same time. And yeah, he's a very lucky boy. Be very careful. He might start to rizz on you soon as well. So just bear that very much in mind. And Emma, you did not offend. I was just letting you know because you carry on doing it and I'll be like, yo. But yeah, Linden's the last name, my darling. Not a problem at all. You did not offend me in any way, shape, or form. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live across the UK and the world and have been for the last 3 hours and 12 minutes on this show. We'll also be live tomorrow from London Heathrow from, I don't even know what time, possibly 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right the way through to about 3 or 4. And then from about 6 or 7, right the way through until as late as we can do realistically. And then on Sunday it'll be the same absolutely again. Debbie, the conversation started off serious but it's now turned sexual and stuff, and I love that. Debbie's like, yuck. Yeah, we just started talking about the death of Iryna and also Cameron, not Cameron, Charlie Kirk. Kisses night night, lol. Have a good one, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Got notifications on, so we'll be there. I appreciate you, Daniel. I appreciate you a lot. Cameron is in training. Keep up the good work, Cameron. What's he in training for? Butter was mentioned a lot, Debbie, and ambulances, to be fair. I love that. I'm in training until I'm not, Maru. Debbie's like, butter? Yeah. So basically, Debbie, we had a conversation about being buttered up behind the back of an ambulance naked, and you can just imagine how quickly south that suddenly went. Sam Beer, yo! Luthen is like, bing bang bong. Butter using the dirty way. Yeah, buttery kisses. Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. I love that. Debbie's like, oh, Lord. Yeah, honestly. So, courtesy of your moderator, co-presenter, and manager of this channel, the lovely Cameron and Maru took it to a very, 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 very dirty place very, 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 very quickly. Debbie is busy being dirty. Luthen, Debbie is not being dirty in any way, shape, or form. Whilst I'm in a trench. Well, get out of the trench then, mate. Not dirty talk, just banter. Absolutely true. We will be in touch, dude. Okay, that's good to know. What the fuck have I just scrolled into? Butter, back of ambulances. Honestly, Sam, I mean, generally, if you've been here like half an hour ago, you'd have heard exactly how Emma, Cameron, and Maru want to get down and dirty with some buttery goodness in the back of an ambulance. So, yeah, could be interesting. Good night, everyone, and sweet dreams to the love of my life. Looking forward to seeing you again. We don't know who the love of your life actually is right now, though, fellas. That's a bit of an interesting, awkward one. Lurpak is the best choice as it's spreadable. I mean, trust me. Yeah, I mean, Cameron wants to spread butter in places he didn't know existed. But yeah, they all like butter, lol. I mean, they absolutely do. Have you not watched Andor? No, I haven't, to be perfectly frank with you. Cameron, they are slandering our buttery affection. I mean, we're not. Cameron has a chode. He absolutely does. It's massive. I was only the driver. I mean, I don't know. You would get a little bit hot under the cover. Do you have a wife? Who, me? Absolutely not. Can I be the one to turn the siren on? I mean, you can be sat in the front with me and Emma pressing the buttons by all means. Have you go? Absolutely. The love of my life knows who they are. I do indeed know who I am. Thank you very much indeed, mate. I appreciate you. I love that. Alex goes, oh no, don't go, Cameron. You're funny. You will be missed. But yes, Sam, you can sit up front with me, Emma, and press the buttons all you like, my G. Yeah, we'll be racing around the streets of God or fuck knows where, pressing the buttons, having the lights on, having the sirens going. Even more so if you smash the like button, hit subscribe, and come and join us right here on the channel. And if you like anything aviation based, make sure you join us for our Heathrow with Mackenzie pressing buttons. Absolutely. Yeah, make sure you join us for our Heathrow Marathon starting tomorrow morning, which will be amazing. Good night all. See you again tomorrow. Absolutely, Cameron. I'll be messaging you shortly anyway, because this stream will come to an end in about 10 minutes anyway. But always a pleasure, my man. You know that, and I'll hopefully catch up with you very, 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 very soon. We love you. Debbie, what kind of car do you have? I have one with wheels and an engine. Daniel says, night, Cameron. And Alex is like, bye, Cameron. You'll be missed. And Maru is always amazing by going, how not to love this ship. Absolutely true. But yeah, Sam, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, come and join us right here on the channel, turn on your notifications, and who knows, you could be part of this channel for a lot longer than you ever planned to be. But there we go. Thanks, lovely people. Maru, you're absolutely wonderful. I love having you along. And I also love how quickly you managed to turn Cameron into literally a quivering wreck, to the point he's just flirtatious as fuck. It's adorable to see. Really, really cute. Really hoping you are watching this very show in 2 weeks' time, when me and him will be live on this channel together, ladies and gents. My car has triangle wheels and strawberry flavoured tinted windows. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty... I like that. Did it make for quite a bouncy ride? Do you have to make sure you're all buttered up inside so you don't bounce, like you can bounce around nicely? Do you have a house? I do. Yes, thank you very much indeed. I do have a house. A very nice house. It's not a very nice house, actually. It's fucking horrible. But I have got a house. Yes. It's about 27 miles away from my current location. This whole conversation has made me blush and laugh. Bless your heart, Alex. I'm glad I could put a smile on everyone's faces. Mate, you never, ever, 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 like, struggle to do that to people, because you are just the absolute don. And genuinely, the more time goes on, Like literally in 2 minutes time, we've got 13 days, my man. 13 fucking days. Come on, baby, we can do this. Chilling. How big is your D? Like that big. That's a P. That's a D. Daniel, butter is a must with the car. With the triangle wheels, it's a headbanger. I bet it fucking is. Cameron, what you were saying was making me blush and laugh. Cool. Chilling. That's quite small. And that's just one D. But if you want to see the other D, I suggest you go and check out my Snapchat. But there we go. Glad you enjoyed it, Blue. Cameron, as always, been an absolute pleasure. Never a chore. Cannot wait to speak to you again later on. Just met you all tonight. Thanks to lovely Sun and having some banter and sharing the love. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Absolutely. Chilling for real. Absolutely, G. Yeah. Emma, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on tonight. It's been honestly so cool. And the fact you are from my neck of the woods, right down there in Surrey, makes it all the better. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'd never make an OnlyFans because that's just cheap and dirty content. Cameron, it's a shame you're not gay, lol. I'm just joking. Alex, come on. Leave the poor guy alone. R.I.P. Charlie and Iryna. God bless their souls and their loved ones. Absolutely true. Like I said, whether you agree with Charlie's ways or his thoughts, etc., it's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, no one deserves to be shot dead for what they believe in or what they think. It's not right and not correct. Yeah. Hang on, who's got a 3-inch? What the fuck? Try that 4 times over. Then you're closer to the truth. If you want 12 inches, I can give it to you 4 times a night. How about that? More to the point, Emma, right? I'm more concerned of the fact that your son's been subscribed to the channel, right? What the hell were we talking about when he joined is what I want to know. I just got to shoot to bed before these ladies keep me up all night. Good night. Dude, we normally talk till fucking 2 or 3 in the morning, so what the fuck are you chatting about, bro? Like, hello? Struth, mate, I don't understand what the fuck you're chatting me for, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell's going on? Crazy. And I guarantee you they got you up in more ways than one anyway, so I think you're already lying to me. So, quite frankly, I don't see why they don't just stick around, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just stay up, you know? Because I guarantee you're up already. Go to bed. What? Go to bed. Leave the stuff in the fridge, Cameron. Okay. We all stand united. I don't go on Instagram much because people don't really message me much. I do from time to time, Alex. Thank you very much. I've got an itchy back and it's really pissing me off. There we go. United as one. And that is the great thing as well about this channel and about the way that things actually do pull forward together. The amount of you guys who stick together, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, or whatever, is absolutely phenomenal. As is proven right now as well, folks, by myself and your co-presenter, right? Like, we both have banter. Yeah, we both are actually very flirtatious. But guess what? We're also good mates. Yeah. And it makes things go so much better. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. United Snakes of America. There we go. Try to say no to the other fucking few. He said, I'd love you guys. Oh, who said that? That's really cute. The butter Cameron just snuck out of the fridge. Oh, yes. Now that makes sense. Brooke, where are you, son? I don't know why you're saying that on here because I don't think he's watching, is he? That could be kind of interesting. Emma, sending hugs. You just sound like a fucking Aussie cunt, man. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, the Australian accent's so easy to do. So you just literally chop and change from being from like London and go straight to Australia. It's easy as fuck. And we love the fucking, you know, we love the place. Hey, mate, I remember you from the homeless and rehab shelter. Glad to see you're doing good now. Ibrahim, I have never been in a homeless shelter or rehab centre, so I don't know what the fuck you're chatting about, mate, but it definitely weren't me. And Emma says to Maru, big hugs. And then she goes, lovely flower or lovely rose. That's kind of cute. Chillin says, I fucking hate the British. Do you know what? I fucking hate them too. But there you go. That's what you can do. Can you do a Brummy accent? No, not really. I just basically sound like I'm a fucking retard when I talk like Brummy, you know, because they sound like they're from the West Country. Where are you from? Black Country, Wolverhampton, innit? No, I can't do it. I can't do a Brummy accent to save my life. I mean, I can just about do a northern one, but that takes some time. But if you'd like to say, that's nice, it's me from the TV, it's Mrs. Brown, hello. Yeah, we can do that too. It's always good. But yeah, so Chillin hates the British, so therefore he probably hates the Aussies as well, because let's face it, most of us got sent, well, most of the naughty people got sent to Australia, and that's obviously how it all started. But yes, there we go. But at the end of the day, we just go, for fuck's sake, Winnie, put the fucking kettle on. Oh, fuck off, Buster. That's nice. And I fucking love the Aussie accent. Well, there you go, Emma. You've lost the Riz King to go and get the Australian puff, you know. So, the end of the day, I aim to please. And if you like a koala bear or a kangaroo or a flaming wallaby or a dingo or something, then I'm your man, you know. But Australians are a lovely country. Australians are lovely people. And dare I say, just stay out of the water. Otherwise, you'll come face to face with Jaws, you know. But yeah, always welcome in a lucky country. I mean, Sydney's amazing. Canberra is an unbelievably sensational place. If you want to go up the Gold Coast into Queensland to like Brisbane or Cairns or Darwin, even Melbourne down in Victoria. I mean, you've also got like Perth in Western Australia. Go over to Perth, take a day trip to Quokka Island, check out the world's happiest animal. You won't be disappointed, you know. It's an absolutely cracking country. The weather's amazing. And dare I say, we're probably cheaper than the UK right now, you know. So you're always welcome in a lucky country, and we'll be happy to see you. That's my risk to you, Treacle, alright? Alright. God, it sounds like a turn fucking Catherine Tate. Blue yet again says hi. It's funny that if someone has a record, they ain't allowed in Australia. That's not strictly true. You can still get into Australia with a record. It all depends what your record is for. If it's like violence, then they generally let you in. If it's anything more serious than that, then you got Bob open, no hope. You know. So yeah, but it's also kind of ironic, that situation though, because if you're going from the UK to Australia, depending what your record is for, they will still let you in. If it's like proper serious shit like rape and that kind of shit, and obviously no, they won't. But you got to think, all of our convicts got sent to Australia, like back in the olden days. So now not let convicts from Mother England into the country. It's a little bit backward, not gonna lie. Yeah. So says, let me hold a 5, mate. Okay, there's 5. Not too sure if you wanna. Do you wanna hold my hand? I wanna hold your hand. Killer Angel says, love it. Daniel says, when I was 15, 14 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, we're fucking down. And do you know what I mean, mate? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean, Treacle? 110%. 1010%. Yeah, we definitely know what the fuck you mean. I thought we were closing the shop. Closing the shop? What? No. 24 years ago, ABH. Oh, okay. Yeah, you'd probably still get in there, but it's been fucking 24 years for fuck's sake. If you haven't fucking done anything else since then, you're all good. But, ladies and gents, it is currently 10 past midnight on Saturday, the 14th of September, 2025. It is the day we start your marathon stint at London Heathrow. We'll be there around 12 or 1 this afternoon for yet another live stream marathon from London Heathrow. So we'll either be at the end of runway 27 right for landings and takeoffs, or what did I say? We could be at the end of runway 27 left for runways and takeoffs from Myrtle Avenue, or we could also be live from the Thistle Hotel if we're on 09s. What date did I say, folks? I'm sure I said it's the 13th, but there we go. But yeah, so we could, it all depends on what operation they're running at Heathrow, will depend on where the fuck we go to. You said the 14th. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it is Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025. The start of your fucking Heathrow marathon. We're going to be there Saturday, today, Sunday, and Monday, live from London Heathrow, either from the Thistle Hotel, runway 27 right, or runway 27 left, all depending on what operations Heathrow are running. Brittany Daly's back in the chat, ladies and gents. It's Brittany, bitch. How you doing, Treacle? You alright? Yeah, it's all good. David John Jr. says, have a good day, yo. Absolutely, my friend, we will indeed. But, ladies and gents, this is all from me right here now at LindenTV. Can I message you? I don't have any way of messaging you, Emma, unfortunately, unless you have my Snap or Facebook. But yes, if you have any of them, feel free to do so. You can add me on Snap, Kenzie Linden 39, and then we'll go from there. Hope to see you all again later in the next live stream. Night, lovely people. Mac, we love you. I love you too, darling. But yes, we'll be live from London Heathrow later on today. And from me to all of you, this has been the Remembering Iryna and Charlie stream. Thank you very much indeed. I don't do Facebook or Snapchat. Insta, same thing. But yes, Asians, this has been LindenTV from me to all of you guys. Miss it? Miss out. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.